Coach Matt James having a chat to me before the game, and a nice young fellow, school teacher, and only 6 members of the premiership side still left. Got a few injuries today, a couple of guys in Melbourne, but yeah, their captain's a big loss. So we're about to start. Now there's a big matchup that you picked up, Megsy, haven't you, in regard to Gunnell playing on Hughes as we're underway here. Thanks to Game Zone. Good to have footy back. Central Highlands. Tap down and Colligan gets a quick kick out for Waubra towards the wing on the outer side. Baldwinson's there. He can't take hold of the footy. He's held up in a tackle straight away. Placed on him by old Pop Kelly on the wing on the outer side. And in fact, there's going to be a free kick. And the umpire says play on advantage call. Down the line, Nolan was shoved in the back as he went forward to try and get hold of the footy. I don't think he should be called Nick the Galloping Gasometer because it is Mick Nolan. He'll take the free kick at half forward. He's not quite old Mick's size, is he? Takes the mark. No, Dan, he's not. He kicks inside 50 and taking the mark on the leaders, Griffiths, one of the young players who's kicked more than 10 goals this year. Kicks to half forward. Turns it over, though, at half back, and Cashin is in the road. Solid defender for Waubra as they defend. At the Ballarat end of the ground, at half-back on the outer side of the ground. Kicks up the line again. Moran tried to take the mark. At the drop, Baldwinson's there. Hard on the boundary. Brought down on a tackle. The intent's there from Gordon early days. And it's a boundary throw-in on the outer side.
Early doors, we see Big Moran starting up forward. The Gordon defender playing on him, number 19. I just need to check. Mick Nolan running off him. It's the first chance he got.
Tap down again. Ball's on the wing on the outer side. Gordon a chance to get hold of possession. Quick hand pass comes out. They combine nicely. And on the outside, a high kick comes inside 50 from the boot of Rowan Clampett. But it was out of bounds.
I think we might see a bit of that today, Dan. As we said, the ground does fall away. And when I was out in the earlier...
Drops away, you said.
And the wind is blowing across towards that side of the ground, towards that far light pole.
So Cashin will take it. Brad Horsham dished out a hand pass to him as well. Yes, one of the young defenders, Jared Evans, has got a big job today too for Gordon. He goes in short and he manages to pick out a player. And taking the mark on this occasion is Alexander McPherson at half-back. Dishes off by hand. Kept running, did Cashin. His kick almost found the target, but Hallam got in the road, couldn't take the mark. Picked up at ground level by Baldwinson. Drives his team inside 50. Goes close to the goal line. Gummels down there in defence. Feeds a hand pass off now to Clifford. Clifford a half-distance pass is a good one. Slows it down to the centre half-back Hallam. Marking for Gordon inside defensive 50. At the Ballarat end of the ground. He elects to slide it wide to the outer side of the ground, and the mark is completed at half-back. They'll continue slowing it down. Gordon, quick kick towards the wing, and on the lead, the mark is taken just inside the boundary. Handball at close quarters, picked up on this occasion. Rowan Clampett receives it, kicks high. Excellent mark taken. Griffiths marks it half forward. 60 from goal, delivers into the pocket again. This is good movement. And taking the mark, Minari. It was terrific movement around the outer side, Tim.
Yeah, good ball movement. Gordon, once again, their attack starts from defence and chipping the ball around and then picking the right targets out.
Minari with 32 goals this year. His best 2 bags of 7. Kicked a goal in every game bar one. Hard on the boundary. Cross the face a bit. The defenders are there and it's punched through. In fact, it's not. It hits the behind post, and getting a fist on that, the Waubra defender in Alexander McPherson. One of a number of Kangaroo players wearing long sleeves today. Deep into attack. Back into play again at the Melbourne end of the ground. Throwing it in. Nolan taken down at a tackle as it spilled to the back to him. Going nowhere in a hurry. The ball will be thrown up. Good play by Kinner to wrap him up. 40 metres out from goal. They're into attack again. No scores yet on the Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard. Ball spills out now towards Jordan Clampett. Jordan Clampett got the hand pass out, and now they managed to get it free again. Good play by Ryan. Got the hand pass out to his teammate. It floats it long inside 50, and it came from the boot of Watt on that occasion. But a good mark last line of defence by Waubra. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. And it'll be kicked back into play by Kinner. Kinner goes in short. Nolan comes in, who was given away a free kick for over the shoulder. And Ben McDonald will be the recipient. McDonald goes backwards. Ooh, dangerous. Kinner takes the mark, turns his opponent inside out. Then he skids along the turf again to the half-back line. They kick down the line. Colligan, that was very clever indeed. They have the ball on the outer side of the ground, going inside, looking for someone to mark. And he had 2 to beat on that occasion, Will Green of Waubra. Then the kick comes out and it was smothered from the boot of McLeod and goes over the boundary from Gordon on the outer side. Look, 1 behind to nothing.
It was high risk that, but Gordon was so well set up behind the ball, they had to switch and go out the other side. And then they got it out to the far wing and tried to come back inside with the 45, but just turned it over.
No scores yet, I should say. Got ahead of myself. Tap down again. Clampett's there. His teammate sweeping on it on the outside. In Rowan Clampett, he kicks inside 50s. Jordan Clampett and Rowan. Ball's at ground level. Hand pass comes out again. Nolan's pushed off the line of the footy in the forward line for Gordon and then comes back in with his forward pressure. Lays a good tackle just near that beautiful scoreboard on the outer side. 35 metres out from goal and the umpire's going to throw it up.
Both teams playing that possession game, Nick.
Yeah, with the press in the zone, they need to keep possession of the footy. If you kick long down the line, probably just going to turn it over.
Tap down close to the boundary. Clampett picks it up. He wobbles it along the turf. It's not a bad effort. And the first score is finally on the board at the 5.5 minute mark. Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. 1 behind Gordon. Waubra yet to score. Back into play. Cashin goes straight down the guts and he picks out a teammate. Great kick and he finds Corbett. Corbett marking at half-back, one of a number of players with short hair. They have an excuse, they've got hair. Kicks towards the wing, I don't. And taking the mark on his chest on this occasion is Palmer, one of the 16-year-olds. Kicks his team to half-forward. Hughes was camped underneath it and a good mark taken at the back by Hallam, who judged it brilliantly. Now he finds the man wearing the headband, the green headband, the playing coach today. In Tui. Tui for Gordon goes wide again. Looking for someone to take an outstretched mark. Not able to. Slips through his fingers. It's Macaulay Griffiths. And it goes out of bounds on the outer wing. Gordon 1 behind. Waubra yet to score. Play between the arcs at the moment, gentlemen. Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard. Now coverage today. And it is wonderful to have Game Zone on board. Back into play. Wing out of side. No one can take the mark. Spills out the back. Hurry kick inside 50 for Waubra.
Hands in the back.
Came from the boot of Josh King. And a free kick down the ground a bit.
Down the field.
To Colligan.
Was hands in the back as well. Young 16.
Colligan. The boy from Gordon originally. Left half forward. Can you kick this, Jim?
He would like to put this through the middle and he predominantly a very good kick, very good finisher, Bailey. So big opportunity. He'd love to hit this.
If he leaves this out at the right-hand goalpost, the breeze should bring it back nicely for him. Miss to the smart side if you're going to miss.
It's a good-looking kick off the boot. It's a great kick off the boot. And Waubra, with virtually their first forward 50 entry, kicks the first goal of the game. It's taken over 7 minutes on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard, a great sponsor of the Gordon Football Club. They're 1 straight 6. Gordon 1 behind. Terrific goal by Colligan.
I've been impressed with Waubra's ball movement out of the back line. They've been aggressive with they're not so much slow short kicks, they're short kicks, but they're moving it quite quickly with targets coming at them. And when they have tried to come back inside to the corridor a few times, they're certainly taking the game on.
Whereas I reckon Gordon have probably gone a little bit too wide.
Wide, they have, yeah. Some on the fulls and how many ball-ins have we had out that far side already? Maybe they're kicking against the breeze, certainly. So maybe for Gordon, that's their plan going into the breeze early. Just get it wide. And
probably keep it wide till you get to that half full.
Kill some time.
Sort of area and then bring it back inboards. Yep.
Just watching James Kelly. He looked behind. He looked in front. He looked to the side just to make sure everyone was set up properly.
Directing traffic.
Of course he is. Yep. He's making a lot of the decisions out there, no doubt, helping Adam.
He's got a lot of space out there, which surprises me.
Ron's here, but not well. He's in his car today. Wish him all the best. Josh King taps it down. They can't take it out of the middle, but Waubra can. High kick comes from forward. He kicks towards half forward. Moran makes a good contest inside 50. Ball spills to the back. Picked up by the rugged Clifford. Drives Gordon back to the wing again. King up, can't take the mark at the drop. Picked up on this occasion. Nice kick inside 50 came from Jenkins for Waubra. But again, Gordon have the numbers, but it slips down to Baldwinson. Baldwinson off one step has kicked an absolute ripper. Something out of nothing. He was roving the pack. It sort of fell in his lap accidentally. The accidental goal kick, a bit like Raymond James Bright, the accidental tourist, Nick. 2 straight, 12 to 1 behind. 9 minutes played, opening quarter on the Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard. Great start by the Kangaroos.
Sometimes you can have all the planning and talk about ball movement. And sometimes it's just as valuable to get it in forward and get it to the hot spot or in the mixer or whatever word sides want to call it. And Big Moran came out, gave him a I think it was Moran, came out, gave him a target. No, it might have been Hughes, I think.
Yeah.
Hughes came out of the goal square and picked up the dirty ball, picked up with a beautiful handball and a snap goal. Sometimes there's no science in it, is there?
No, and Clifford's kick out of defence was under pressure, hence giving him the opportunity.
Turnover.
Yep.
Should say Nash 14 was the one that kicked it inside 50 as well. But out of the middle on this occasion, it's taken by Asco for Gordon. They win a clearance, but it's turned over in defence again. Good mark taken by Montgomery Judd. Great name in footy. Kicks towards the middle of the ground. No one can take the mark. Turnover again. Good play to get it out. Asco feeds it over the top. Now they're at half forward. Griffiths does well to kick into space. And they didn't get the defenders back. Nick's a bit disappointed with that, and a good mark by Minari.
Just a killer. You've just kicked. You've got good momentum. You've won the ball. Intercept mark across half back and turn it over going short through the corridor there. Yes, they want to be aggressive, but sometimes you need to assess. It was 1 on 3. Even if they kept possession there, he couldn't play on. So there was a risk versus reward.
Yeah, a lot of high risk going back through the middle, certainly. Yep. If it looks good when it comes off, but when you turn it over, it's a killer.
10 minutes played, slight angle Minari for goal 33 this season.
Well done.
It's coming back. He knows what it's like to kick a goal, especially at the city end of the ground. It was heading left. It fades right beautifully through the high diddle-diddle, and the first goal on the board to the Gordon Footy Club, the Eagles, the team on top of the table, the premiership favourites, 117 Waubra, the reigning premiers from 2 years ago, 2 straight 12 on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard.
Bit of the old Tommy Hawkins fade there.
Yeah, it was. That was a great finish. Hey, I love the leadership of Big Moran. He went down and got to Juddy then. Juddy was the one who turned the footy over. He ran from centre half forward down to the back pocket to pat him on the bum and say, hey, heads up, next one. Great leadership.
King to do the ruck work. Gummel's with him. Mark Gummel wins it down. Nolan goes in very hard. It's taken high. One of the hard nuts doing some work in the midfield. He plays small forward as well. On the left. Kicks it inside 50. No one can take the mark. Spills to the back. Here's our man. Gorman picks it up. Gets the kick run down. Goes back in again.
Oh, well
Nash,
done.
wonderful
Great
hands under the pump. Got the hand pass out brilliantly to Green. Green kicks to Moran. Moran gets it back to Green. Then he kicks into the bodies into Kelly. But the smother is ricocheted brilliantly to Corbett. Corbett kicks to an open goal.
Oh, what's he done?
Off hands.
Fumbled it.
Behind. There was a player ready to take a mark in the goal square for Waubra. Couldn't hang on. And they should have kicked a goal. It's 2-1-13 to 1-1-7. Back into play. Straight away. It's taken by Dylan White. He turns the footy over. Turnover again by Waubra. Back inside 50. Up goes Kelly. Couldn't take the mark. It's taken by Waubra. After Kelly couldn't take the mark, a hurry kick goes forward from Colligan. He sneaks it through for a behind.
One thing that is standing out is their leg speed already, Dan.
Yep.
The way they're running from behind. Some terrific overlap handball. That hit up there by the big fella, Moran, and straight away, bang, he had a runner coming corridor side and just a fumble or a skill error in the goal square. Unfortunately, could have been a terrific end-to-end goal.
What about Nash's hand pass under the pump?
Terrific.
2-2-14 to 1-1-7. 7-point lead. Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. Nick Jewell and Tim Eggsy Winter with me in commentary. Central Highlands last round of the season before the finals. We're at Gordon. Beautiful Gordon reserve today. Tapped on this occasion. Trying to make valuable meterage was Tui of Gordon. Ball still in play on the wing on the outer side. It comes back again to Murphy. Chips over the top. And has loose men everywhere. Matthew Hoy takes the mark. Hoy on the left. Kicks to Minari. Over his head. He may have been shoved in the back by Kenner. He was.
Didn't need to do that. The kick was sailing well over the top. He tried to disguise it and use his shoulder to nudge him under it, but the ball was going well over their heads. It was sort of a bit of a soft, not a soft free kick, but an unnecessary free kick. It looks like Gordon want to be pretty clean with the ball today. I think they're obviously kicking into the breeze, but they want to be clean because if they turn it over, Warbra's pouncing on it with numbers and utilising that leg speed. So if Gordon can get their skill game going at hitting targets, they look dangerous when they move the ball forward. But if they turn it over, it's giving Waubra that opportunity.
Yeah, predominantly slow starters too, Nick Gordon. Yeah,
Okay.
They take 10 or 15 minutes to settle into their game style.
Why?
Why? Only they know
Good
that.
question.
Minari, hard on the boundary, and he misses to the right-hand side. 1-2-8 to 2-2-14, the margin of goal. The 14-minute mark of the opening quarter on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. The man with the great first name, boys, Chevy Elliott, has come on the ground for the first time today, replacing Rowan Clampett for Gordon. Good kick back into play, and Waubra take the mark at half back. Front of our commentary position. The kick down the line. The kick came from Bond. Finds the big fella, the Max Scorn lookalike Moran, the myotherapist. He marks just behind the wing. He dabs a kick, looking for Hughes. Couldn't take the mark, and chipping in as the smallest man out there, Nolan.
He did well.
Great interceptor at half-back in front of Big Hughes. Here's the elephants coming. And he's a left footer, and he will switch play to the outer side of the ground. It's not the greatest kick in the world. Clifford just fends off an opponent with ease, feeds a hand pass over the top. Now they've got an opportunity, and on the left, a good play by Watt. He goes back into the middle of the ground again and finds Luke Gunnell. Now they can share the footy. Elliott receives. Front edge centre square as they attack at the city end. He goes on the left again, looking for someone to mark, and does. That's an excellent mark. Outmarking two opponents by Asco. And then he dribbles it out wide now towards his teammate in Gorman. Gorman grabs it on the left, kicks high to full forward. Chaos ball, 30 metres out from goal. Tapped down again, kept alive by Murphy. Beats one, beats two, feeds a hand pass out to Asco. Off the edge of the boat, Asco hits the post behind. 139 to 22-14. Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard. Gordon starting to get their game going. 15 gone opening quarter.
I think both sides, Nick, are struggling a little bit with that wind. It seems to be getting caught up in transit, doesn't it? It's just difficult. It's floating a little bit.
It is a bit fluky out there, but they're kicking in from the back half. They're getting the ball to the centre wing very easily.
Back into play. Good kick.
Another good one.
Good mark taken by Nash, the skipper. The premiership skipper goes back inside for Waubra. Fix out teammates left, right and centre.
They've done this part of the game very well.
The Kangaroos building nicely from half-back. And a good mark on this occasion to Corbett, front of our commentary position.
Gordon's certainly not been accountable.
No, there's not a lot of pairing off.
No, kicks long to half forward. Moran will be the target. From behind, Hallam gets a big fist on that. Spills to the back. McLeod's there. Goes in. Had an opponent coming the other way for Gordon. Picked up by Clifford close to the boundary. Handballs to Kelly, who runs out of room as he had Moran chasing him. Boundary throw-in at half forward for Waubra.
You talk about the game being through the arc stand. Both sides are getting numbers back very well. So they're turning it over and being able to hit targets through the middle. But then as it goes in forward, the opposition's got their numbers back to create the turnover.
BOG for Whitey's Pet Supplies today as the kick comes back inside 50 and Kelly takes an easy mark. Feeds off by hand to the reliable Hallam. Hallam delivers Gordon to the outer side of the ground, a foot race. Asco doesn't get a great bounce. He taps it down, but he has a teammate able to grab the footy. This is Horsham. Horsham feeds over the top again. Gunnell's got a chance. Runs into the tackle. Couldn't take it. Cleared the other way by Waubra, but once again the defence holding firm as they always do for this Gordon side, and taking a comfortable mark is Mark Gunnell, the captain. Feeds it wide on the outer side. They kick it down the line again. Not getting a good bounce, Hoy. It's taken by McLeod at the back. He didn't get the greatest bounce in the world for Waubra. Doing well to get a hand pass in the contest. Bailey Colligan for Waubra. They've still got the footy at half back. Picked up by Cashin. He wobbles a little kick. Turnover again by Asco in the long sleeves for Gordon. He kicks inside 50. Making an effort to mark Griffiths. Couldn't quite get there for the Eagles. Out of bounds. 40 from goal underneath the light tower.
Both sides, just their last kick going inside 50 is costing them. They're just not. They're moving the ball well out of the back half, but just not being able to hit that hit-up target in the front half of the ground.
And certainly Asco on that occasion, normally a beautiful finisher, missing targets that he should be hitting.
Yeah. Griffiths works hard to try and win the contest, but King extricates it from that ruck contest for Waubra. Kicks down the wing again. Good fist away from the reliable defender Clifford for Gordon, and they have the numbers out the back. It's taken by Elliott, but he misses his kick.
A third time, we'll count these today. Third time on the full on that far side.
Yeah, I think looking for Ben Fraser, missed it by a long way.
People kicking up to the, what end is that, Meg, to the other end?
We'll call it the Ballarat end.
The Ballarat end. I think that's going to be a real issue at that far side. You probably want to play this top side of the ground if you're looking to attack.
Corbett with the footy on the outer side for the Kangaroos, who lead at the moment by 5 points. He kicks down the line to half forward. Big fist Kelly getting involved, puts it over the boundary.
Certainly when you are kicking down to the attacking end, if you like. What's that end? The Ballan end? Ballan end. If you do get it to centre wing, you really need to look inside and try and hit that 45 or kick it into the teeth of that breeze and get it to the fat side of the ground.
Yeah, clearly.
Zach Ryan of Gordon off for a rest as the rotations continue for the green and gold team. Boundary throwing. Another change about to happen, and one of the young kids, the 19-year-old, coming off for a rest in Macaulay Griffiths. And Ryan actually was coming on. Their benches to our left. How well am I travelling? Tapped down again by Gunnell. Ball's at half forward, feeding a hand pass out. Big Clifford. He was at half back for Gordon under duress as he had opponents the other way trying to wrap him up in a tackle. Goes over the boundary. And Gordon still defending. And down by 5 points close to quarter time. Having won every game so far this year. The closest the team got Rokewood. 2 points, but they had 8 out that day. Tapped down by Moran. And no one can get a clean possession again. Good contest. Player was on the bottom of the pack for Gordon. Might have got one high and he'll get a free kick. And that'll be Clifford. Feeds a hand pass at close quarters to Jordan Clampett. Clampett goes down the boundary again. McIntyre's there. Beaten though by Tui. Tui was hemmed in. Fed a hand pass out which was turned over very cleverly by Corbett of Waubra. Then he was looking for the youngster Colligan.
Fourth on the full.
And he actually in the end kicked it out of bounds on the full. Changed his mind about hand passing. So it will be a free kick. And it will be taken by Rowan Clampett. He does well. Nice kick. Back into the middle of the ground and finds Luke Gunnell. Luke Gunnell will switch again towards half-back. The reliable Hallam takes the mark. Hallam in short again. They can build once more. Inside 50 Gordon, but not a great kick.
Juddy.
And the defence gets back. Well done, Montgomery Judd. Marking it centre half back. Judd will switch towards the outer side of the ground. Asco trying to get back. Moran dropped what he should have taken. Cleared Asco 1-on-2 against. Then he does well to lay a tackle. Gets some support from Big Clifford who goes in. Holds up an opponent. The umpire says, give it to me.
Montgomery wasn't going to make the same mistake twice. He went long and wide with that last exit kick.
I was going to call my son Montgomery L, but my wife said over my dead body. 139 to 2-2-14. 20 gone in the opening term. We called him Alex in the end, Tim. Alex...
I think I'm on her side there.
Alex Flynn Lonigan, AFL, of course. Boundary throw-in, 20 minutes gone in the opening quarter.
I wanted Ewan Jamison, my favourite player in the 70s at Gordon, but that was no chance either. And I got Clayton.
Clayton's okay. Tapped down by Big Moran. He goes in again, gets a bit of support from his Kangaroos teammates, but managing to force it out is Gummel. Got it down now very quickly to Clifford, who threw it on the boot, and taking the mark in front is Ty Murphy. Murphy's at centre half forward.
Tell forwards to play in front for that
Correct.
reason, Dan.
Kicks towards full forward, looking for someone to mark. Minari there. Couldn't take the mark. Spills to the back to Judd. Feeds a hand pass out. His teammate may have been impeded when he's trying to get hold of it. And he'll grab that free kick, and that is young Ben Wilson. Another player wearing the long sleeves for the Kangaroos at half back.
Waubra certainly cleaning up at the bottom of the packs at the moment.
They are. 5-point lead, close to quarter time.
Nice. Switching
to the outer side of the ground. And the mark is taken on this occasion. And he's doing pretty well out there in McPherson. He kicks down the line again, turns it over. Nick's not happy and hitting the ground, running after taking the mark. Asco feeds a long hand pass over the top to Tui. Lowers the eyes and Murphy's on his own. The turnover hurts you every day of the week, Nicholas.
Well, they cost them a goal, a little bit. Gorman's first goal was from a short kick turnover into the corridor, and they've done it again. It's okay to be aggressive, but there's a time and place, inside versus outside midfield balance and ball movement fast v slow, and that wasn't the time to come back. They're picking the short options through the corridor, but going to a contest.
And they're also playing that dead side. There's no reward. Once you head out that way,
you're in trouble.
You're out of the game.
Just don't kick short to a contest.
I don't think we've seen Waubra be prepared to pay this top side at all at the moment.
Wobbly kick, doesn't quite have the carry, fisted down. He's a bit too far out. It's picked up by Ryan, who does well to centre it back into play. And Murphy was in the space again. He roved it brilliantly, hooked around his body. I'm not sure he kicked that deliberately or blindly, but whatever happened, Murphy ran into space and saw the ball dropping short and took an excellent mark. Right half forward, 40 from goal, kicking to the Ballarat end with his team down by 5 points on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard.
He's had to get through the points there. They had to kill that ball. It was a contest on the goal line, and it stayed alive. Great work by the Gordon forwards to keep the ball alive.
Yeah. Three of them there too, Nick. So,
kills you.
Slight angle. Wobbly looking kick off the boot, kicks it like a bag of wheat in the sun, but it goes through the middle and puts his team in front, Gordon, right on quarter time. Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard and Game Zone, our major sponsor today. Great to have them on board. 2-3-15, footy in the country, 2-2-14. Central Highlands Footy League, first against sixth. And Gordon, Tim, finally hit the front after just being a little bit flat early days.
Yeah, a little bit scrappy in their finishing. Both sides have struggled, as I said, with the fluky wind, I think. And but Gordon starting to work their way into the game. So, but we've got a good contest, and that's what we want to see, isn't it?
Now, the young fellow, Macaulay Griffiths, has come back on the ground, changing with the captain, the veteran, Mark Gunnell, and Moran's in the ruck for Waubra. He's got a big leap on him. Griffiths wins it down. Ryan after it, paddles it, couldn't take it for the Gordon team. Then I reckon Griffiths was a little bit clumsy going into the back of Moran. The umpire missed it. Moran tried to Fossegate a hand pass, and it was smothered down by Ryan, who does well to scramble hard inside the centre square on the wing. It'll be thrown up.
Good. Love that from your senior players.
Yeah,
Directional
Ty
voice.
Murphy at centre half forward. Tapped down by Moran. But it's roved on this occasion by the skipper Nash, high up and under kick to half forward for the Kangaroos.
It's
destroyed from behind by Hallam, who's such a reliable defender. It'll go close to the boundary and eventually it runs out of bounds.
Let's look at the two spoils, Dan. That spoil there, which cleared the area and goes out of bounds, versus the one at the goal line a couple of minutes ago. Just little things in the game, little moments that you forget about turn up and they make up the masterpiece at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that little drop mark in the goal square, you know, when opportunity comes, you've just got to grab hold of it, don't you?
They should be a couple of goals up on the scoreboard.
Good hand pass by Ryan. He got it out towards Dylan Watt, Ronnie's son. Very fit, they say, because of the fact he's done triathlons, but said a bit earlier, just felt like having a kick, Nick, and he's been okay when he has been able to play, like the rest of us, boundary throwing or the rest of the players. That half forward into attack, Waubra at the moment. A trail on the scoreboard. Moran. Hand pass was run down by Nolan. Great hands in close by Ryan. And again, they're able to build through Griffiths. And then on the left, an awkward-looking kick comes from Hoy. Kicks inside 50, no mark taken, but hitting the ground. Clampett loves to run. He'll go over the top with Joe the Goose into an open goal. And Minari kicks his second. Terrific running. Player is brought down. After handballing over the top, Minari, I reckon, Clampett. Great sharing of the footy by Gordon, getting it from the contest. He's in a bit of trouble, but his team now open up a 7-point advantage. 3-3-21 to 2-2-14. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, very ordinary on behalf of Kenner. He's made unnecessary contact. I know it's in the state of play, but and right in front of the umpire too.
So second goal to Minari. Gives him 34 for the season. The Hepburn full forward is miles in front on 72 going into today's game. But at the 26-minute mark, they've kicked the last two, and there's a free kick again taken by Ryan. He tries to run away from the contest, and he gets one high, as it was going to be an advantage. So it's all going the way of Gordon at the moment. Free kick against Wilson. Kicks inside 50. No mark taken, but Minari roves brilliantly. How good was that? He couldn't take the mark, but he was there for the spillage and kicks his third.
Terrific. They certainly come out of their slow start. The last 5 minutes, they've taken control of the match, taking their opportunities and jumping on turnovers, jumping on opportunities, not killing the ball on the goal line. Against a good side, you can't give them opportunities and missed opportunities at your end, as we spoke about, the drop mark in the goal square. Instead of probably Waubra being 2 goals up, they're probably, 2 goals down now. Matt James would have been wrapped with their first 20 minutes, but just little mistakes have cost them against a really good side.
3 goals to Minari, certainly a candidate for the Gordon Hotel goal of the day. Thrown up in the middle of the ground again, tapped down. Comes out of the middle. Nash, the skipper, hurries a kick inside 50. The defence has been good in the last few minutes for Gordon. Again, they ensure they can't get a clean possession. Waubra under immense pressure. Taken in a tackle, Corbett. He's battling very, very hard for the Kangaroos. Front edge centre square. Once again, the ball comes out. Little hand pass on this occasion. Was cleared by Jenkins for Waubra. But the umpire says, look, there's nothing happening here. It's pretty tough, pretty ugly, pretty scrappy. It'll be thrown up front edge centre square.
No method going forward at the moment, Waubra.
No.
Just kick and hope at the moment.
Moran, the tap down. Nash held up in a 2-3-man tackle at the coalface.
Big Hayden Hughes.
In that contest.
Hughes has come at the ball, but the delivery going forward has been haphazard, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Kicking around corners and not giving him a chance.
Gorman laid a great tackle. Well done on this occasion to get the footy down Griffiths, but rowed by Corbett. Kicks Waubra into that deep pocket. It's out of bounds, though, close to the behind post and boundary
I
throwing.
like their work ethic. Moran and Hughes, they do come at the ball and they play from in front, but the ball use coming into them is not giving them any opportunity.
Moran, Griffiths, tap down, roved on this occasion. Hallam feeds a hand pass to Watt.
Well done.
Back to Hallam, good play. Gets the hand pass clear again. Taken by Hoy. Hoy kicks towards the wing. It's a bouncing ball, not a great kick. He gets another opportunity. It's shoved away. Loose ball. Opportunity on this occasion for Hoy, but his hand pass is run down on a second occasion, and seeing it over the boundary is young Tom Ford, one of the teenagers, a 16-year-old, solidly built young boy for Waubra.
He is. Yeah, and a very professional fumble to get that out of bounds.
Yeah, it was very good.
He did it beautifully.
Also involved there was Jordan Clampett at half-back, clearing by hand. Moran gets a little hand on that one, and then he sockers it away. Could have been kicking in danger as Nolan came out in front of him. Was it out of bounds on the full? I reckon it was out of bounds on the full, but the umpire, which way? It's going the way of Waubra. I reckon it's gone the wrong way. But anyway, free kick goes the way of Corbett. Kicks Waubra Inside 50. Hughes up. Can't take the mark. At the drop. Arriving late. Baldwinson to kick one of the goals. Hurried kick comes from Waubra. Inside 50. Hughes again. Had it turned over. Good play, Gorman. Got the hand pass out. Throwing it on the boot. Kicking it down the line. Gordon does again through Jared Evans towards the wing. Not able to get hold of it is Gordon, but the big fella grabs it. Moran taken in a tackle for Waubra. Kicks down the line. 2-1 against Gordon. The umpire says there's going to be a free kick, I think.
Switches on here if he gets it quickly.
Player was taken in the back and will come up with the free kick in James Kelly. Kelly kicks down the line again, used his body expertly against two opponents. Oh, great mark from behind. Candidate for mark of the day by Macaulay Griffiths, the youngster, the 19-year-old. Spindly type, but has talent. He might have nearly turned it over, just clears his opponent in McIntyre. Taken on this occasion, the kick though by Gorman wasn't very good, looking for Minari, who shoved his opponent in the back. And Judd will take the free kick right on quarter time. Good quarter of footy, 13-point lead Gordon, 4-3-27, Waubra 2-2-14 on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. Now, coverage today thanks to Game Zone, our experts. Great to have them with us, Tim Meggsy Winter and Nick Jewell. Boys, how'd you see that opening quarter?
Oh, terrific start for Waubra in the first 20 minutes. I thought the coach would be wrapped with the way they came out and executed what he spoke about with their leg speed. Their ball movement from half back was encouraging in the defensive 50, but just once they got into the corridor, they turned it over once or twice, and when they did get through the corridor, they missed their targets in the forward 50. So if they could have cleaned that up, they would have been looked probably a little bit better on the scoreboard, and a missed mark in the goal square and a couple of errors not killing the ball on Gordon's goal line. It's a 2-goal swing. So a pretty even quarter, but the good side Gordon is you can't give them opportunities, and they hit the scoreboard and they've got the 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Gordon get their hands on the ball, their transition, their spread by hand. You know, they're very clean, very well skilled and very well drilled. So you give them the ball in hand, eventually they'll work their skill level into this game, and you can see Gordon slowly grabbing the ascendancy there in the last 10 minutes.
So a 13-point lead at quarter time on the Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard. 4-3-27 Gordon. Waubra 2-2-14. Back with the second quarter shortly. Get your game face on.
Clubs, it's time to supercharge your fundraising. Introducing Club Zone, the easiest online fundraising program. Take your club or association's online presence to a whole new level with a freely customisable all-in-one website. And the best part is, it's very affordable and it's easy to use. Let's talk about Club Zone's features, starting with the Club Zone store. Organise a full online e-commerce store for your apparel, merchandise, photography, memberships, fundraisers, tickets, or whatever you wish to sell for your club. E-commerce functionality with Stripe. The online store will promote your events with full ticketing functionality available as well. Sign your players up through online registration, hold fundraisers, and engage your sponsors with packages and promotions. The shop is easy to use and easy to customise to meet whatever your club needs. This is the ultimate fundraising tool for your club. Fundraisers. Set up fundraisers like never before with a fully automated raffle system. Ensure that you keep your fundraising events professional. Integrated ticketing system ensures all your online events and physical events take things to a professional new level with ticket scanning functionality also included. Choose to add a store to your club's existing website or utilise Club Zone for your entire website. Have a homepage with the latest news, club promotions, video graphic content, and embed your club's Facebook feed automatically to sync all your club's news right on your homepage. And features don't just stop there. Add live scores or fixtures, media, team lists, or add a web page for something special dedicated to your club. Sign up now for less than $10 a week and experience the financial benefits for your club. Contact us to see how we can pre-build you a website personalised for your club, as well as our other special offers. This is an opportunity to take your club to a new dimension. Don't miss out.
Welcome to the 2021 edition of the GameFace Record app, jam-packed
with the newest features to help you get the best information for your club and competition this 2021 footy season. New users will now be prompted to sign up via Facebook or email to help out with our new interactive features. Here you'll be prompted to select which team you follow for one of the leagues that GameFace provides its coverage to. You'll be notified for updates exclusive to that team that you follow. More teams can be followed once you're in the app. Some other exciting features include the new social media capabilities. The newsfeed from our designated Facebook groups is now synchronised through Facebook, so you can now get the league's latest news right through our app. GameFace is now also introducing GameFace TV alongside the new update. Here, you'll be able to watch GameFace Match of the Days, interviews, and other video content that we provide, all in an easy-to-access newsfeed. Live scoring makes a return, with the latest up-to-date scores on game day for each match being played delivered straight to your phone, right in the change rooms after the game. You can now also view stats in more detail, such as best players of the round, the ladder, team lists, as well as leading goal scorers for the division. Our club pages have been reworked, now with more of a one-stop shop for vital information. Here you can view dedicated content for your club, such as purchasing merchandise, memberships, and much more. We're ready to tackle this footy season, so make sure you download the brand new GameFace digital record app.
Get your GameFace on.
Welcome back to Gordon Recreation Reserve. It is the Central Highlands final round of the home and away season. Gordon top of the ladder, playing Waubra, who are sixth. Gordon by 13 points. Let's get down to Nick Jewell, who's with the coach of Waubra, Matt James. Nick?
Got the Waubra coach, Matty James. I thought you started pretty well there, mate. The first 20 minutes the game was on your terms. Maybe just a couple of skill errors and mistakes on the goal line that hurt you.
Yeah, no, we had plenty of opportunity. I was super pleased with the way we started. Help them score a couple of easy goals, and all in all we just keep rolling the same stuff that we did then and see what happens.
I was impressed with your leg speed. Got a couple of good overlap transitions going and just couldn't hit that last kick going forward.
Yeah, no, just that last little bit of polish, but we'll just keep, as I said, just keep going the way. I couldn't have been more pleased with the way that quarter went. So.
Yeah, good start. Just good luck. We'll see you at half time.
Good on you, Matty. Good on you, Nick. Thanks to the clubs too for really being so open and allowing us in. The first time that GameFace has done a Central Highlands match, and got a feeling it's the first time Central Highlands has sort of allowed this sort of coverage into the league. So it's been wonderful the way that Gordon have jumped on board, Waubra have jumped on board, and Central Highlands, Tim, have jumped on board.
Yeah, no, it's just a great opportunity for the Central Highlands. So, the self-promotion, that's been great.
So the second quarter underway, 13-point lead to Gordon. Ball's in the middle. Gunnell wins it down for Gordon, and his second effort was great as he paddles it along the turf. An opportunity, though, to come the other way as one of the young kids forward. Picks it up for Waubra. Delivers now to Colligan, who marks in the middle of the ground. Looks to play on. Has a player in short. Might have turned it over. No, just finds his teammate. McPherson takes the mark on his chest. Plays on quickly. Drives inside 50. Player gets some separation. Had it knocked away, though, by Clifford. Probably the best lockdown defender in the comp. Sockers it to his own advantage. Can't get hold of it. Under pressure. Picked up on this occasion. Swiveling the hips and driving his team forward is Green for Waubra. His kick doesn't quite find the target. Picked up now by Nash. He scrubbers a kick, but good defensive play by Kelly. The umpire said not 15. Taken in a tackle. Gets a hurried little boot, and he eventually finds a target. And on this occasion, it's taken by Elliott. Elliott kicks close to the boundary. Under some pressure out there is Clampett. Gets the hand pass at close quarters. The kick, though, was run down, unfortunately, from the boot of Watt. Picked up on this occasion again by Gordon, close to the boundary. Good pressure by Waubra. Start of the second term, and I think Matt James should be happy with their intent.
Certainly so, Dan, at the moment, but Gordon falling in the trap, playing that dead side, that's mean experienced players bring it out this side and start your attack from the top side.
That's what you've been saying, and you said that at the start of the day. King might have knocked his opponent out of the ruck contest. He did. Mark Gummel gets the free kick. Didn't think there was a lot in it, but technically it was there, just behind the wing on the outer side. It's 4-3-27 to 2-2-14. Now, our door's broken in our van, so Nick Jewell's outside. He's a big man, Big Nick. I'm a bit worried he won't be able to get back in. No. Nash picks the footy up, throws it on the boot, kicks inside 50, and that is better play. And a good mark on this occasion, completed by Darcy Jenkins. As you say, Nicholas, the forward's playing in front.
That's why you play in front. For a scrub kick or one that doesn't carry the distance into the breeze, always play in front. And it gives you eye contact with the ball carrier.
And you'll be enjoying the Gordon air out there, Nick, too.
It's beautiful. Close to the bar, I can feel the smoke.
There's always a little bit of zing in the air at Gordon.
45 metres out from goal. Jenkins kicks it high, kicks it long, doesn't kick it handsomely or accurately or behind. They needed that on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. 2-3-15 to 4-3-27, the margin 2 goals.
As an old coach would say, he missed to the dumb something side. And that was the side he missed to.
It's not your old man, is it?
No.
Kelly back into play. 313 games of league footy. Great to have him here. Kicks long. Mark not taken by Judd of Waubra. At the drop. Won comfortably by Ryan. By hand to Clampett of Gordon. That's Jordan Clampett. Kicks inside 50. Manari out. Manoeuvres his opponent. What a mark that was. That's why he's one of the key forwards in the comp. He read the drop side, Tim, beautifully and took the mark magnificently.
Yeah, you could see the experience of a seasoned forward. Just used his body at the critical stage just to push Kinner under the football.
That was class.
Was.
Just read the ball drop a little bit quicker.
Yeah. And Kinner's no slouch either, a very established player in the Waubra side.
Slightly left of centre half forward. For his 4th goal, Manari, to increase his team's lead to 3 goals. He doesn't miss too many. He's kicked 4 already. 7's his best on 2 occasions this year. He might be in for a big one. 5-3-33 to 2-3-15. Margin out to 3 goals. Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard and Game Zone, our major sponsor today. An opportunity to get on and do some fundraising, as most of us are doing nowadays, by new technological advancements. Nick Jewell and also Tim Megsy Winter, our experts today on GameFace.
When you're playing a side that have got the class that Gordon has again, you just can't make it too many errors. If you compound your mistakes, it's going to end up getting you on the scoreboard. And with class forwards like that, they don't need many opportunities.
I've heard from Waubra people, if they come out of this with a 5 or 6 goal loss, they'll be happy, and their intent is certainly there early. King tried to beat 2 or 3. In the end, he had the kick slammed down by Ryan, one of the hard nut midfielders. There's not much of him, young Ryan, in the long sleeves for Gordon, but he did well on 2 or 3 occasions to ensure that King couldn't get a proper clearance. Thrown up again, 3-goal lead. Knocked down by Gummel. Getting a hand pass is Murphy. And Ryan slung in a tackle. Got it defensively to Moran. Hurries a kick towards Nolan. Nolan taking a tackle straight away. No prior opportunity. And it'll be thrown up slightly attacking side of the wing. We've got the door open. The door is open, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There was a major issue, but the door is open. Thrown up on the wing. Tapped down again. The big fella's not happy that the door was shut, but now he's happy. Picked up by Nolan on the left. Escapes the contest. Kicks inside 50. No mark taken. Hit the ground hard on that occasion. Gorman, as it was intended for him. Trying to slap it back. Nolan goes in hard like a little terrier. Loose ball. Still inside attacking 50. Eventually Waubra. They managed to grub her a little kick, but it'll come back. Murphy gets the hand pass defensively. On this occasion to Ryan. Kicks now to half forward. Taken by Tui. Tui kicks brilliantly, and they've got loose men everywhere and getting out and taking the mark. It's just starting to work now for Gordon. Yeah. And a good mark to Asco at centre half forward.
Once again, the turnover through the middle. Crucial. Gives Gordon the opportunity to ping back in the forward zone. And Tui took a nice mark, played on quickly and lowered his eyes really well on that occasion.
5-3-33 to 2-3-15. Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. Asco has kicked 16 goals this year. It's still 16 as he pushes it right to the Balan end, or the Forest end of the ground. Beautiful scenery here at Gordon. 5-4-34 to 2-3-15 margin out to 19 points.
It's just threatening, isn't it? They've got to hold for these next... Got to get to half time where they're within... Oh, that's not going to help.
No.
Turnover from the kick in.
Turnover and Asco got back in. Now he chips inside 50. Not a great kick. Trying to get in position, but a bit late too. He roving it hard on that occasion was Watt. Got the hand pass out. Put his teammate under the pump. That happened to be Tui. Picked up by Nolan. Nolan did well. Front and square to Shark, but he pushes it right out of bounds on the full. Putting a lot of the ground balls now.
Very influential.
Club Zone is our major sponsor, not Game Zone. Sorry, Game Zone. Club Zone, our major sponsor. Back into play. Kick down the line towards the outer side of the towards the social club room side of the ground. And it's knocked over the boundary. And good to have them on board, and they can provide you with all your fundraising opportunities. In front of one of the lights. I was going to ask you about that a bit later. It's a bit lighter now later in the season, but the game starts at 2:35. Would be pretty dark come 5 and the last quarter still on as Good play on this occasion to run down the hand pass and pick up the spillage. Kinner for Waubra from the stoppage. Feeds the hand pass out wide. They have it on the outer side now through Nash. He kicks a ripper and finds Hughes finally getting some space and separation. And the big fella takes the mark on his chest on the wing for the Kangaroos, who need a goal. They kicked the first 2. Gordon have kicked the last 5. Hughes. High hoisting ball to centre half forward. Moran trying to work his way to the front. Might have given away a free kick, and he has.
Wasn't much in that, I didn't think.
No, Evans playing in front. Picks out the free kick. Another solid defender for Gordon. Evans delivers into the middle of the ground. That's a great kick. Right in the bullseye. Ryan Marks gets the hand pass out now to Murphy. Feeds over the top to Clampett. Overcooked it a bit. Jordan Clampett runs onto it. Lowers the eyes. Kicks into the pocket again. Trying to take a one-handed Minari. Good contest down there with Kinner. They've worked hard. He gets a bit of support on this occasion. Good play McPherson. Handball's out now to Corbett. Corbett gets the hand pass back in the direction of Judd. Judd taking an attack on the forward pressure. Magnificent by Gordon.
Good forward pressure.
Starting to get a little bit nervous with ball in hand, Waubra, Nick.
Yeah, the pressure's ramped up. They know every time they make a mistake, it's hurting them on the scoreboard. So you lose that little bit of mental freedom to keep pulling the trigger. Matty James's message at quarter time was keep taking it on. We turned over 2 goals through the corridor, but he wanted them to keep taking those kicks and keep believing. It's a great message, I think, from the coach that they probably know they're outgunned, but they've got to keep taking the game on.
Yep.
Minari getting the free kick with his forward pressure. Brilliant. Hard on the boundary. Right forward pocket. He's already kicked 4. He's looking for 5. Early in this second quarter. He'll go for the banana. And he's kicked an absolute beauty, which is the favourite now. He's kicked 2 rippers already for our goal of the day, thanks to the Gordon Hotel. And our major sponsor, of course, is Club Zone. And that, of course, is the score on the Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard. 6-4-40 Gordon. 6 goals on the trot now. Waubra, 2-3-15.
Just the difference in the game is the bit of the polish now. If you give them, as we've said a number of times, if you give good players time and consistent opportunities by making mistakes, they will eventually wear you down. Then it chops away at your own confidence to keep pulling the trigger and trying to play the game on your terms.
Thrown up in the middle. Gummel might have narrowly beaten King. But the stoppage won on this occasion by Jenkins of Waubra. Kicks inside 50. Moran did well. Played in front. Couldn't take the mark. Waubra soccer it inside 50. Baldwinson's there. But taken away on this occasion by Clifford. Kicks high, but King's back. Good. In the middle of the ground. Takes the mark. Gets the hand pass at close quarters. But his teammate McDonald wasn't really ready for it. Skids it along the turf. Luckily Nash makes it better than it was. Inside 50. Hughes stretches. Can't take the mark. They've got numbers at ground level. Clifford a hand pass. Out towards Hallam. Intercepted though on this occasion by Wilson. Got the hand pass out to his teammate who had a flying shot at goal. Didn't miss by too much, and that on that occasion was Colligan, and it's a behind. 2-4-16 to 6-4-40, their first score of the second quarter. Straight back into play, and they go to the half-back line from the Rowan Clampett kick for Gordon. And it's taken by Luke Gummel. He kicks to the half-back line, and Nolan's given away a free kick. Now, the Clampetts, of course, are brothers, and their father is nicknamed Jed after the great TV show The Beverly Hillbillies, starring the late, great Buddy Epson back in the 60s. Getting around his opponent and steadying high is Corbett. He kicks to half forward. That's a good mark taken by one of the smallest players out there, and that is Youngman. Young man. I say young man. Kicks
kick.
Inside 50, and he finds Hughes on a lead.
Geez, that was good play. I was just about to say he went a little bit slow. He had the opportunity to roll on and just put the ball forward, but he had a bit of composure and waited for a forward to present and hit him on the chest, lace out.
Clearly their best entry into the forward 30 or 40 metres for the game so far too.
Old-fashioned footy, isn't it? You see a lot of players with mud on their legs and everything. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Slight angle, 40 metres out. Hughes cuddles the kick. It didn't look great off the boot, but I tell you what, it's what they needed. Doesn't matter how it looks off the boot, provided it sails through the middle, and they break a run of 6 unanswered goals from Gordon, the Kangaroos. They're 3-4-22 Waubra, 12-minute second quarter. Gordon 6-4-40, Kerry Civil Contractors scoreboard.
I've liked Hayden Hughes' energy. He consistently led at the kicker. He's been let down by his teammates a number of times. He got his first look at one on the far wing there earlier, a bit down when he had a bit of leg rope and they hit him on the chest. And then the second time there, he's come at the kicker and it was a fantastic ball inside 50, low and hard, and hit the leading target.
Certainly a big boy and hard to get around too. So.
Griffiths and King to do the ruck work. King wins it down. No one can get a clean possession. Maybe socket forward there by Hoy. Handball by Murphy. And he heard the voice. And there's a free kick, though, off the play. Just as Rowan Clampett was running into an open goal. A tackle lingered off the play by Griffiths. And that's disappointing for Gordon because it's not a 12-point turnaround yet. They'll take the free kick at half-back. Chipping it in short. Baldwinson, who kicked an early goal, one of the small forwards marks for Waubra in front of the social club rooms on the wing. Plenty of sunshine here at Gordon on this Saturday afternoon. Half-distance pass again. Moran uses his body. That should be a free kick against him. It's not. Couldn't hang on to the mark. Loose ball comes out to Jordan Clampett. Shakes the tackle. Feeds the hand pass inside. Now another long hand pass comes out. That was excellent play on that occasion by Horsham. But unfortunately, it comes undone as there's a player brought down at half-back off the play in Mackenzie.
That's 50 metres.
And it should be 50 metres and is.
Good decision.
Horsham's hand pass was long, but maybe he was trying to be a little bit too Hollywood in farming it out when kicking it to a hot spot, Tim, might have been a better option on that occasion.
A short 50.
Yes, you wouldn't want to be buying real estate off him.
No.
It was a good decision because the runner was held behind the ball. Yeah. So he paid it down the 50 metres.
Ben Wilson with the free kick. Kicks Waubra inside 50. Hughes up. Couldn't take the mark at the drop. Hallam goes without it. Player brought down in a tackle. Couldn't get rid of it for Waubra. Big contest close to the boundary.
And both the umpires have been really good. We haven't noticed them, Nick, so that's always a good sign.
No, they've taken control of the game. It's been pretty good.
Young Palmer, the 16-year-old, was spinning by, trying to shark it, just couldn't take it with him. They've got one in the eye too. Getting high as king, they're in attack, looking for 2 goals in a row. They trail by 18 points at the moment, the Kangaroos. At the Ballarat end, plenty of sunshine here. The ground a little bit chopped up. We have had plenty of rain. And as you've said to me a few times, Tim, it's not in the Ballarat City Council jurisdiction, Gordon, so it doesn't get the great treatment some of the grounds do. As a flying shot at goal from the stoppage, but hitting the right behind post, comes from the boot of Darcy Jenkins for Waubra. Out of bounds on the full margin, still 18 points.
6 on the full for the day on that far side.
Clifford back into play, good kick. And Giasco's been a good player. Could be a candidate for our white. He's Pet Food Supplies, best on ground.
They've had a good 5 minutes, Waubra. They've sort of worked their way back into the contest.
Squares it up to Clampett. That's Jordan Clampett. Handballs to Clifford. Clifford kicks down the ground, but he turns it over straight in the middle. And he's been a solid halfback flanker today for Waubra in Ben Wilson marking.
Nicely
the
read.
long sleeves.
Nicely read. Realised it wasn't going to his man, so he went in and protected the corridor.
He did. He kicks it now to young Palmer. Goes up. Can't take the mark. Opposed to Murphy. Clifford comes the other way. Shoves him out of the contest, allowing Murphy through. Floats a hand pass over the top to Horsham. Horsham handballs over the top again. Taken now by Rowan Clampett. He's not sure what to do. Bit indecisive. Had 4 opponents meet him. Tried to get it back to Horsham. They turn it over through Wilson, though, the Kangaroos. They get the hand pass out to Palmer. Palmer, though, his kick lands in the lap of Murphy. Now to Kelly. Kelly does well to fend off tackles left, right and centre. Good hand pass, Fraser. Good hand pass at close quarters. High kick inside 50. Came from the boot of Evans. Good fist away by Waubra's defence. Falls down again to Asco. Slips over. Bouncing ball goes over the top and eventually hits the left behind post.
Great old-fashioned contest between full forward and full back there. It was body use. Forward got in front. Fullback wouldn't concede. Came across with a fist and they obviously went to ground wrestling. But terrific effort.
Margin 19 points. 6-5-41 to 3-4-22. And in short, Wilson marks in the back pocket for Waubra, who are holding firm at the moment.
Next goal, critical in the context of the game, Nick.
Just 2 goals to 1 this quarter for Gordon. A helicopter punt. Big fist from behind. Good play by Griffiths, brings it to ground. They win it back through Horsham, but his hand pass is nearly turned over. Baldwinson did well, but he had it whipped off from him by his Gordon opponent in Jordan Clampett. Kicks long to full forward, almost to mark to Benari. Off hands through for a behind. He was right in the teeth of goal on the goal line. Couldn't hang on trying to mark, and that would have been a soda for goal number 6.
Yeah, spot on. If Waubra can get the next one here and just give themselves a little bit of belief that they're hanging in there and get to half-time. I know it's only early in this second quarter, but signs are good. It was a terrific message from the coach at quarter time to keep pulling the trigger, keep believing. Don't worry about mistakes.
Kinner back into play, heads to the outer side of the ground, and good play by the Gordon forwards to keep it within the attacking 50. It just dropped a bit short as they go down the hill down there.
Gordon seem to have lost their structure across half forward in the last 5 or 10 minutes. I don't know who's centre half forward too. He seems to be getting caught in between play a lot.
20-point lead. Tap to the back. Comes out now on this occasion. Hurried kick from Hoy. Rolls it to centre half forward. taken in a tackle. Murphy gets the hand pass back now. Left foot shot at goal from the boot of Evans. In towards the pocket. No mark taken. Now, worked by Minari. Wins the ball ground level, but he turns it over. Cleared out of defence by Wilson, who's had an outstanding second quarter for Waubra, but it is cut off at half forward. Comfortable mark to Luke Gunnell. Here, Marker Twins drives it long towards the teeth of goal. Big kick again. Up go Gordon. Can't take the mark. Unable to get hold of it. That was Tui, and then he grabs the ball ground level, kicks across the face. It'll roll the way of Waubra. Here's Corbett, but if he run down on a tackle, run down on a tackle. Magnificent work on the outer side by Clampett. The umpire said it was out of bounds as he had run him down. And Corbett just hesitated there. He hesitates is lost, boys, when he could have really just thrown it on the boot and got it out of the defensive 50 area.
It was awesome forward pressure.
It was. Tap to the back. And now they'll try and clear out of defence again. It's Wilson who's having an outstanding second quarter for Waubra. Kicks across the face once more. Finds the teenager Palmer. Tiptoeing one way then the other, but then handball straight into an opponent. That was very, very good play by Evans to run him down, hold him down, and slam down the hand pass as the youngster just hesitated a fraction, but he'll learn as a 16-year-old that just maybe need to get rid of it a bit quicker. But he's just a boy and certainly has a lot of talent. Tap down again. 50 from goal. Into attack Gordon. Murphy handballs a speculative hand pass. Intercepted again by Wilson. Yet another possession for him for Waubra, number 44. Wobbling ball. Leading in pursuit now. Clifford for the Gordon side, but he couldn't win on that occasion. He uses the body so well. Waubra get the numbers back, but Gordon give away a free kick.
That's a big 50-50
It's a massive win. Corbett, who's been pretty good. He kicks in short now. Finds the skipper, Nash. Handballs at close quarters to Jenkins. Jenkins chips over the top. Not a great kick. Slips for King. King has it now. Has the turning circle of the Queen Mary. Gets the hand pass out towards McLeod. Kicks across the face in the goal square. And it goes through for a behind.
Just lack of awareness from King there. He had all the space
Dare I
behind
say,
him.
Nick turned like a Mack truck, mate. He took an eternity to do a little pivot there.
He had all the space behind him and just couldn't get back onto the drop of the ball.
Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard, 19-point lead to Gordon.
Yeah,
Club Zone, our major sponsor today.
Great hit.
Opportunity miss for sure.
Yeah.
So back into play. McCabe takes the mark at half back and then delivers in short now to Luke Gummel, who marks close to the boundary on the outer side. Gunnell in short.
Oh,
on a beautiful lead taken by the playing coach today in Tui. Tui chips over the top. That's great footy now to Horsham. Horsham marks at half forward. Kicks off the back step inside 50. Not a good kick. A turnover. Bad turnover. Easy mark taken by Jenkins, who's been terrific. Plays in the midfield and getting back in defence to lend support to stop the bleeding. The lead 19 points at the moment. 2 goals to 1 for Gordon this quarter. Jenkins is told to go back and kick again in the back pocket on the outer side, defending at the Balan end. For those not aware of Gordon, about 20 to 25 k's east of Ballarat on the Western Highway. Before you get to Ballarat from Melbourne. Turnover, though, by Horsham. Handballs to Nolan. Gets the hand pass off again to Tui. Feeds a 30-metre hand pass to Kelly. Kelly 45 from goal, and the AFL star misses to the left.
Just again, short turnover. Didn't hurt him on the scoreboard, only a point, but going to shoot themselves in the foot if they keep turning it over by foot here. Just need to understand sometimes you need to take your medicine and get it out to the wing and cause a stoppage.
20-point lead, 6-7-43 to 3-5-23. Chevy Elliott coming back on, one of the hard nuts in this side. Just a bit bereft of ideas. To inbound is Jackson Kinner, the fullback. He'll go straight down the middle. Could have come off at will.
Great hit.
Yeah, good hit.
He's done that well from fullback
Mark taken
today.
by Youngman.
Really well.
Youngman will feed a hand pass at close quarters to Jenkins. Jenkins will feed a hand pass over the top now to Nash. Nash, though, will turn it over poorly. Standing his ground at half back, one of the best interceptors in the comp is Hallam for Gordon. Sinks the right foot into a beautiful kick and getting out the back and taking the mark at right half forward is Asco.
Big King, he's looked like he's like Dulcify, mate, broken down in the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah.
He's just struggling,
I was
isn't
just
he?
thinking they probably need, I don't know whether he goes through the ruck, but get him off and going through the ruck in a two-way and go small up forward for a little bit because they're not getting a lot of reward out of their 3 bigs.
Beautiful kick into space and finds Tui marking at centre half forward. Yet to kick a goal today, 28 for the season, and a different role for him today. I mean, he has to worry about the team as well as playing. He is an assistant coach, but coach today, Ron Watt is here, but not well, and sitting in his car, no doubt taking notes, 40 metres out. this to increase their lead straight through the centre. 3 goals to 1 this quarter, and they're out now by 26 points on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. 7-7-49 to 3-5-23. A good lead for Gordon.
Certainly the difference in the two sides, Dan, is the front half of the ground and the way that their entries, Gordon putting it out in front and giving their forwards who are coming at the kick a much more opportunity, certainly, than Waubra, who are working hard off half-back and through the middle and causing their own share of turnovers, but not being able to capitalise when they get the ball in their front half.
Yeah, Waubra clearly missing their star on-baller in Lincoln Barnes. He's their engine room and not playing today. I think they're missing his execution. So,
Captain Murphy out as well, the leading goal kicker, tapped down. And here's Ryan. He wins it, feeds a hand pass over the top to Clampett. Sits for him on the wing in front of our commentary position. Social club room side. Brought down, but kicks beautifully and finds Tui. Hard on the boundary. Centering ball again. Chaos ball back inside 50. Couldn't get there, Minari. Then he tries to lay a tackle. Turnover again. Can't quite pick it up. Gordon, 30 metres out from goal. Good contest at ground level.
Great example there, Dan. Ball off half-back or through the centre of the ground. Overlap, half-forward hitting up wide.
Yeah.
But it was lace out. He played on quickly and put it to the danger. It wasn't a great kick, but put it to the danger spot, and the forwards now go to work and the mids get a forward stoppage to put some more pressure on.
Ryan had a fumble there. Missed by Griffiths. Cleared out of defence on this occasion by Thomas Ford, one of the youngsters, but it's turned over again at half-back. Be brought back inside attacking 50 by Murphy. Murphy launches long and high and handsomely for goal of the day for the Gordon Hotel. No one on the line.
A little bit slack defence there. Allowed Murphy to gain that extra 8 or 10 metres to kick the goal, didn't he? They let him run off without the pressure.
Yeah, young side, just no awareness that he was going to, obviously a good finisher and could wrap around on the corridor side and use that breeze beautifully. Again, set it out to the right post and the breeze did the rest. But again, just class finish. Better ball use, just a little bit too slick at the minute.
Yeah, one of the veterans of the side, Tide, played in the premierships with Lake Wendouree probably 8 or 10 years ago now it was. He played full back in that side, so very
there you go.
Did he really?
Yeah. Yep.
Giving away height.
Yep.
He's kicked 2 today, out of the middle again. Good play by Murphy, got involved in a couple of movements, then got the hand pass out. His teammate unfortunately slipped over. That was Watt. And eventually the other long sleeve player running on the wing there, Ryan, kicks inside 50. And then there's a chance for a shot at goal, getting out the back, but unfortunately not keeping his feet. And missing was that talented small forward Gorman. Hits the base of the post from behind. That's where he's so clever, isn't he? Reading the play when the ball hits the pack. But he just couldn't quite compose himself to kick a goal. 8-8-56, brother, the greatest score in footy on the radio. 3-5-23 Waubra, the lead 33 points. Kicking down the line again, Waubra, but slow ball movement.
Don't mind that at times, Dan. Sometimes you've got to take the speed out of the game. They've been under the pump for the last 7 minutes, so just try and slow the game down a fraction.
Judd kicks to King. King had it whacked away from behind and swiped away over the boundary.
So if we look at that passage of play there, previously they've played on and come inside on the 45 and looked to go really, really fast, and they've turned it over. They had 3 goals put on them in a blink of an eye, so just take the pace out of the game.
Boundary throw-in, Club Zone, our major sponsor today. Great to have them on board. Jordan Clampett got it out in the direction of Ryan. Ryan hard on the boundary, working in a phone box. Beautiful kick. Finds a target in Griffiths. Very agile moving second ruckman, kicks long and out the back. That mark should have nearly been paid, I reckon, to Asco. It was a front on spoil, you're right, Tim. But eventually they sweep it out of defence as they switch through Kinner. Having it knocked away on this occasion. Close to the boundary was Bond, but he needs more support, not getting it at the moment. And Rowan Clampett was taken on a tackle that lingered for a long time by Bond after he couldn't hang on to the mark under pressure. And he was very lucky he didn't get a free kick given against him. Boundary throw-in. At half forward again. Just near the Waubra coaches box, and they trail at the moment by 33 points, and it's half time on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard and a major sponsor Club Zone. 8-8-56, brother, the score of Gordon. Waubra 3-5-23. The margin is 33 points, and the star so far today has been Ash Minari. 37 goals for the season. He's kicked 5. Murphy's also kicked 2 for Gordon, and all singles for their opposition, who, Tim, have got a lot of work to do with the margin out to 33 points at the moment.
Certainly, they've got to hang in now, don't they? They're critical the first 10 minutes of this third quarter. We could call it predominantly the premiership quarter, but they've got to stay in touch. They've got to work hard as a group they've brought their best. They're missing a few of their more experienced players, but they've just got to stay firm and serve it up to Gordon physically, I think, in the first 10 minutes of the third quarter.
They certainly do. Now, Whitey's Pet Food Supplies is your business, and that'll be giving the Best on Ground award. If you're giving it now, who'd you give it to?
I think Minari by about the length of the Flemington Straight at the moment, so I'd say Dan. So, but he's been really good. He's used his body, experienced player and a great finisher.
He certainly is, and we're just going to get down to Nick, and he'll have a quick word to Adam Toohey, who's the coach today with Ron Watt being unwell. 33-point lead. Ron's fourth year at the club. Of course, didn't coach last year. Got them to consecutive preliminary finals in 2018, 2019. He's just taking instructions from the rest of the coaching staff up in the coach's box to our left here at Gordon. All green, of course. Green and gold, the mighty Gordon Eagles. And they've won one flag back in 1988. And I think your brother had a big role in that. Best on ground, wasn't he?
Oh, don't tell him that, Dan.
Don't tell him that?
No.
Try and catch up with him
He
later.
doesn't need winding up.
He doesn't need winding up. Well, here's Nick Jewell. And he can chat with Adam Toohey, the coach of Gordon. Good on you, Nick.
Thanks, Dan. I got Adam here, mate. Just talking, it's close. It's not quite there, but feels like the game's about to blow open if you can just put the foot down again.
Yeah, I think we're just a little bit off with a couple of little composure things, just missing a few targets offline. I feel like when we get the ball moving forward, we're trying to do the right thing, just probably a couple of weeks off, just a little bit off.
Yeah, looks like both sides have come off the break. I thought you capitalised off their mistakes in the first quarter. They didn't kill it on the goal line and some turnovers through the corridor, and you hit the scoreboard. So if you can keep that pressure up and cause the turnovers, it's that last executing kick into the 50, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly right. Like I think there's plenty of space forward. It's just hitting that target or just. Yeah, we're just wasting it a little bit going forward. But I think our pressure over the footy, our smashing in has been really good. It's just, those finishing little touches.
Pleasing when you're that far in front of the scoreboard. I thought the forward 50 pressure was pretty good then in that last 10 minutes. You really ramped up. You got some tackles and stoppages.
Yeah, definitely. And we know we've got plenty of pace down there. Like I'm the slowest of the forward line, but the rest of them they're little ankle biters that put plenty of forward pressure on, and that's where we know we can get plenty of goals.
One rule, mate. Just tell them to kick it to the coach when you're up forward.
That's it.
Thanks, mate. Good luck.
Good on you, Nick. Thanks to Adam for making himself available at half-time, and also Matt James, the coach of Waubra, for making himself available at quarter-time on the Carey Civil Contractor Scoreboard, the major sponsor of the Gordon Football Club, and, of course, Club Zone, our major sponsor of the coverage today for the Central Highlands Football League. We'll take a break. We'll get some other scores very shortly. Last home-and-away round of the season. This is first against sixth, and the top team, Gordon, the undefeated Gordon Eagles, 8-8-56, and they lead Waubra Kangaroos 3-5-23. Get your GameFace.
G'day everyone, Reese from GameFace here. You may have noticed GameFace have been live streaming some of the best junior football matches this season. We can now offer your club the opportunity to have your games recorded as well. We will provide your club with a vision package to help capture the game from the first siren to the last. Milestone games, debut games, post-game reviews, coach and player development, whatever your club needs, get the game recorded and have it back within 24 hours. It will feature all the highlights, the best goals, the best marks and the plays of the day for the whole team to enjoy.
Looking there, Stevenson couldn't quite take the mark. That's a
bang.
Oh my God, that's gone all the way.
And how about this for a hanger? A long kick out of defence and Ivanhoe's Jet Delizio launching onto his opponent's back and bringing down the mark of the week. Well done, Jet. And Tom Hanley takes a fantastic grab on the run, sells some candy and then kicks a sensational goal to level the scores in the last quarter. Nicely done, Tom.
We can even add commentary to the game to give it the extra wow factor. Use the package to promote to your own sponsors or even attract new ones. These packages are available at very affordable prices. Get in contact with us now to book in your games, and always remember, get your GameFace on.
Hi everyone, it's Tim from Growth Syndicates Australia and we're financial transformation specialists. Our clients are eliminating their mortgage in a much shorter period of time, creating more wealth and boosting their super. This is all done without impacting their lifestyle. Sounds amazing? Well, let me explain a little bit about the GSA Advantage. With clients all around Australia and a head office located in Elsternwick, our team of very experienced professionals enable unique and exclusive property investment opportunities through wholesale investing for clients to achieve specific outcomes. Our current projects are located in Brighton, Malvern East, Kew, Glen Iris and Mont Albert North. Everyone's busy and that's a fact. But did you know for every day you have a mortgage, and underperforming investments or superannuation, you're missing out on $350 every day. It all starts with a friendly phone discussion to then arrange a meeting to provide you with a clear picture on what GSA achieves for our clients, and with no charge or obligation, see where these results can apply to you. So check us out at growthsyndicatesaustralia.com. Give us a call on 1300 205 556. I'd love to have a catch-up coffee with you at your place or our office. See where GSA can improve your financial position.
Clubs, it's time to supercharge your fundraising. Introducing Club Zone, the easiest online fundraising program. Take your club or association's online presence to a whole new level with a freely customisable all-in-one website. And the best part is, it's very affordable and it's easy to use. Let's talk about Club Zone's features, starting with the Club Zone store. Organise a full online e-commerce store for your apparel, merchandise, photography, memberships, fundraisers, tickets, or whatever you wish to sell for your club. E-commerce functionality with Stripe. The online store will promote your events with full ticketing functionality available as well. Sign your players up through online registration, hold fundraisers, and engage your sponsors with packages and promotions. The shop is easy to use and easy to customise to meet whatever your club needs. This is the ultimate fundraising tool for your club. Fundraisers. Set up fundraisers like never before with a fully automated raffle system. Ensure that you keep your fundraising events professional. Integrated ticketing system ensures all your online events and physical events take things to a professional new level with ticket scanning functionality also included. Choose to add a store to your club's existing website or utilise Club Zone for your entire website. Have a homepage with the latest news, club promotions, video graphic content, and embed your club's Facebook feed automatically to sync all your club's news right on your homepage. And features don't just stop there. Add live scores or fixtures, media, team lists, or add a web page for something special dedicated to your club. Sign up now for less than $10 a week and experience the financial benefits for your club. Contact us to see how we can pre-build you a website personalised for your club, as well as our other special offers. This is an opportunity to take your club to a new dimension. Don't miss out.
And great to be here at the Gordon Football Ground. It is half-time, last round of the Central Highlands home and away season in this COVID-interrupted season. But, hey, we're playing footy and we're enjoying it. And Gordon on top of the table, 8-8-56, Waubra 6th, 3-5-23. And two men who are heavily involved in this competition. The chairman of the Central Highlands League, Doug Hobson, is with me, and also Ollie Nash, who works for the Ballarat Courier, covering the Central Highlands Football League. Welcome, gentlemen. Doug, thanks so much for having us up here today. You were just saying to me before, look, crowds, you can't have them, but we're still playing footy, and that's what it's all about.
No, true. It's a dynamic at the start of the year when it was muted that you couldn't have crowds. Everybody said, no, it's never going to happen. But now we've got to the pointy end of the year and people are just happy to still get back out and play footy. Lucky enough this year, out of our 17 rounds, we've played 12 senior rounds and 15 junior rounds. So, no, it's good to get back into football, but get into finals next week.
I always thought there would be one lockdown in it, so I didn't think there'd be three small ones. I thought there'd be one major lockdown. What was your view at the start of the year? Because I knew with winter coming, we know how cold it gets up here, we know how cold it gets in Victoria, that there was definitely going to be a lockdown.
Look, at the start of the year, we looked at it and made some contingency plans thinking there might have been something. Look, last year we did get 4 rounds of junior football in, which was really good. This year we're expecting a clearer run, but it was sort of a bit of the unknown. We did make some contingencies, but with a 17 league team, 17 teams in our league, you can't physically play everybody once, so we had to just drop rounds off as they came along. So an imperfect year, but it's one of those years there where we're glad to get football up and going for the people playing football, but also to people that are able to come along when we do have crowds, because the mental health aspect of what we do with getting people involved is massive.
And the clubs are okay about some playing 11 games, some playing 12. Not much you can do about it, is there?
Not a lot there. Look, it's not quite perfect. A lot of clubs have lost a lot of income because they haven't had home matches, they haven't had other functions because of the COVID lockdowns. But everybody's aware of the space we're in at the moment, and we just keep going forward and trying to get what footy we can. Whenever there's a clear week to play football, you've got to play, whether there's crowds or not.
How do you help them financially?
Look, as a league there, we try and lessen down costs and other stuff in other ways, but it's very hard. Look, coming up to finals time, we hope there's going to be crowds come along, but there's every chance that we're going to start playing the season as far as finals go, and even go right through the grand final without crowds, the league will take a hit on that. But it's one that, fortunately, we've had some finances from other years and we're able to cover that a bit. But it does bite in. But, everybody's hurting a bit at the moment. But we just want to make sure we get to next year and the years to come, we've got as many clubs and teams playing as possible.
Now, Ollie, from a footy perspective, as you know, we cover other leagues and the top five's not settled and there's relegation and promotion. That doesn't exist in the Central Highlands League, and the top 8 is settled. So in a lot of ways, it's a bit of a hit out, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The top 8's been set since the last lockdown, which makes this round pretty interesting in terms of, I guess, the teams can still change in terms of where they are in that 8. So there's a lot to play out today. So hopefully, we'll get some great results and maybe a few changes and then set up a really good first week of finals.
What are Springbank doing? Because they'll play next week and they wouldn't play for a month.
Yeah, it's been a long time for them, and that's just sort of the way it goes, I guess, this season. There's a few teams that have copped the same sort of treatment in terms of when lockdowns come,
I think Gordon had a bye, and then there was the first lockdown. I think Waubra had a bye, it was the second lockdown. So these two sides have been under the pump too in that area.
Bungaree playing today for the first time in nearly over a month.
Right.
It's just the way it falls in terms of when lockdowns are and when you're scheduled to have a bye. So. But the team's been really good. No one seems to have complained, and everyone's just taken it in their stride because that's all we can do in the current state with COVID.
Is it Gordon's turn? Well, when I say turn, you can't have a turn in footy, can you, guys? Because that's what it's all about. You've just got to be the best team on the day, but they're probably ready now, aren't they?
They seem ready. They've been far and away the best side throughout the regular season this year, and highlighted by the game today. They're really hard to score against, and you work really hard for every goal you get, and then they can turn around and kick 3 or 4 in quick succession. So they look set. They seem pretty healthy. A couple of guys living in Melbourne, which might create some issues coming into finals. But even with a couple of those guys out, they're still a really strong outfit. And you can see with their attack especially, they work really well. Got a lot of options down there, and they kick goals pretty easy, so they're hard to stop.
Even with Shannon Byrne probably not going to be there, the word is that I think the hub might be in Perth, so Melbourne are going to be deep in the final, so I think he'll be with them, won't he?
Yeah, I think so. He's missed every game that has clashed with the Melbourne game this year, so and they've gone really well without him. So they'd obviously love to have him, and I guess having James Kelly down one end helps that, missing Byrne. So, I mean, we'll see how we go, but they're a strong outfit without him.
I'd like your view at an 18-team comp. Smilesdale sadly weren't competitive and they're out. 17-team. Doug, are you comfortable with that, or do you feel that the league at times is not competitive enough?
Look, with that, it gives everybody a chance to play what he wants. Look, the ideal thing for a lot of leagues is you have 8 or 9 sides. You play everybody twice on a home and away, so that's fair in a way. But also too, if you play everybody once and we rotate it over 2 years, it ends up fair in that way too. So, but that's just the dynamics and where our district is at the moment. If you did try to intermingle other leagues with ours there, you'd end up with smaller comps, and you've only got to have 1 or 2 drop off, and then you have trouble with a league in that aspect. So all those things are looked at, but at the moment, it's working for us. But, look, nothing ever stays the same here in the Central Highlands. Over 5 years, there's always some changes, so we watch that space.
Well, it's one of the most fascinating leagues because Ballarat's a big town, and none of the teams are actually based in Ballarat. I know a lot of players come from Ballarat. They're close to Ballarat, Ollie, but you've got a situation there where you've got west, south, north and east. I mean, I would have thought 2 divisions would work well, but what's your view on it?
Yeah, I mean, I've grown up here my whole life, so I guess I've known no different.
Yes, of course.
This is just what I'm used to. I played in the Ballarat Footy Netball League all through my juniors and into the start of my senior career, and now covering the Central Highlands, so I guess I've never known any different. But it seems to work. I think the league this year in the Central Highlands especially has been really competitive, and even teams like Dallas are down the bottom who don't have the points on the board. They've been really competitive in every game, and they've led,
And they've had a lot of tragedy off the field in recent times too, haven't they?
They have, yeah.
They've fought back well, haven't they?
I mean, to start the year losing your co-captain Josh Cowan to a broken leg, that game gets abandoned midway through the first quarter because
He hasn't had a lot of bad luck with his footy.
Yeah,
throughout his career.
I couldn't believe it when I heard the news, and the ambulance taken 90 minutes to get there. So it was a really tough start for them, and but they fought back really well, and they were so competitive for the whole season. And you get a few of those results go your way, and they look like a finals contender. So that's been really good. I think it's been the most even league. The most even season, sorry, Doug. I think you'd agree it's been really even across the board in the senior footy.
It has been too. It's been very competitive, and in a year where it's been in and out and you haven't got a great consistency, a lot of the clubs have actually really done well to get where they are.
One more question, Doug. Finals, Buninyong and Learmonth next week. What, Learmonth will have elimination qualifying on one day, or qualifying on Saturday and elimination final Sunday? Is that how it's going to work?
With how it works with us, we've got 4 games on the same weekend. So on whichever day, whichever it is, we're going to be doing Bungaree, Springbank, then Learmonth, Waubra, and the rest there too. That's still to be decided which way goes which. Obviously, our seniors don't play in their home ground, so they'll be partly sorts it out. But next week, 2 games on the Saturday and 2 games on the Sunday. We have them close enough together so you can travel in between the 2 games without too much rush.
Fantastic. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us. Keep enjoying the footy, and thanks for your support for GameFace. It's great being here today, and we hope we have some involvement in the finals.
Thanks for your time.
Good on you, Doug. Good on you, Ollie. Doug, of course, is the chairman of the Central Highlands League, and Ollie Nash, a great mate of Reese's, but we won't hold that against him. He works at GameFace, who also is covering the league for the Ballarat Courier. About to get underway. We'll do a quick change and have the boys come in for the second half here. A 33-point lead. 8-8-56 is Gordon. Waubra 3-5-23. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Ollie. And the second half is about to start here, thanks to Club Zone. And it's a big second half coming up for Waubra to see if they can make some inroads on the scoreboard. Thanks again to Tim for the coffee. And I've got on the wrong headset. Sorry, Nicholas. Here, okay. Second half underway. King goes up. Taps it down. I'll do my job to the best of my ability. Nash wins at the contest. Gets the hand pass out now. Jenkins has been good. Wanders a kick inside 50 for the Waubra team. Loose ball. Comes out the back again. Good tackling by the defence of Gordon to try and turn it over. They almost do, and it's run out of bounds by Dylan Watt. Ron's son. Out of bounds at half-back.
Tell you what it does do at halftime here, Dan. It gets bloody cold.
Does it?
Second half. It's freezing out there.
Imagine what it'd be like in June and July. And it's almost dark at 5 o'clock because the game started at 2:30. Taken out of the stoppage by Nash. He did well to shake the tackle. Tapped down to him by King, the skipper. And he misses to the right-hand side. 3-6-24 to 8-8-56. Waubra with the first score of the second half.
Imagine being silly enough to live here in this weather.
Yeah, correct. Correct.
Very testing at times.
Back into play, and short goes Clifford. He finds his teammate Evans, marking it half-back. Evans will slide it wide again. Good use of the footy around the outer side by Gordon. Down the line again. Good mark now to Chevy Elliott. I love that name, Chevy. His parents must have liked Chevy Chase in National Lampoon Vacation.
All the cars.
He's at half-back. Kicks all the cars down the line. Thank you, Nicholas. Hoy can't take the mark. Ball's at ground level. Trying to keep it alive and then knocking it over the boundary. Is one of the good young players of this football side in Bailey Colligan, originally from Gordon. Had a couple of opponents around him. It'll be thrown back into play on the point of the centre square, just into attack now. The Gordon Eagles leading by 32 points. Gummel Mark taps it down, getting a hurried boot to ball on this occasion and making some valuable ground for his side, but it didn't really work for Gorman. In the end, the defence is there through Judd. High kick to the wing. Yeah. What a magnificent mark. There's our mark of the day under immense pressure. Youngman had a couple of opponents looking at him, and then he turns it over. He got a bit too excited, the young fella, and puts it on the chest of Luke Gummel, who marks at half-back. But what a mark by Youngman. That's definitely our mark of the day. Kicks back inside 50, and what a mark that is. Nick gets angry at that, don't you, Nick? Because you do all the hard work and then turn it over, and that's another outstanding contested mark taken on that occasion by Griffiths of Gordon.
Why would you coach? Seriously, you put
why would you coach?
Put all the plans in place and then a kick off one step. I reckon you tell kids since under 10s, don't kick off one step.
Yeah.
Get the body weight going towards your target. AFL players are different. They've got the skill set and they touch it 1,000,000 times a week. Local footy, get towards your target.
Yeah.
This kid will be a fair footballer in another 3 or 4 years when he grows.
He needs
into
to fill
his
out,
body.
doesn't he? Yeah. That's a great line. A mate of mine said when you grow into your body. Correct. He's very skinny, isn't he? You've got a good leap on him. Young Mackenzie Griffiths, he's only 19, is that right?
Oh, yep.
8-9-57 to 3-6-24. Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. Club Zone, our major sponsor. Good to hear from the league chairman, Doug Hobson, and Ollie Nash, who covers the Central Highlands Football League for the Ballarat Courier, one of the good young journalists. Wish him all the best in his career. I wonder why he wants to be a journalist, but anyway, good luck to him. Kick back into play, and it's knocked over the boundary because it is a great profession when you are able to cover footy for a living, I reckon. Boundary throw-in just inside attacking 50. Again, getting a hand on it, keeping it inside, attacking 50. Minari, whose defensive work as well as his goal kicking is exemplary. Tap down, quick kick out by Jenkins again. One of the hard nuts for Waubra. Kicks towards the wing. Hughes uses his body brilliantly. Great hand pass out to McLeod. Feeds another one forward to the player. Speculative hand pass. Good hand pass comes out again by Baldwinson to the big fella Moran. Oh, he stops like he's been shot and he's tackled holding the ball. Fraser got him. He who hesitates is lost. Also involved in that exchange with a hand pass was Matt Miller. I haven't seen much of him for Waubra. And poor old Moran, he was trying to run away, and in the end he didn't quite know what to do. Man's got to know his limitations.
Looked like a ruckman then, Dan.
Yeah, he certainly did. Fraser goes across the goal face. Finds Clifford. Delivers into the outer back pocket.
Hit.
Margin
kick.
33 points.
Geez, that's a
good kick.
Open up the corridor.
It does. Left foot kick, not great, but able to stand his ground and mark Gummel as they switched it. Almost had it knocked away. He kicks down the line again, looking for someone to mark. Horsham in front will take the mark. The Horsham Demons in the Wimmera League won 10 flags in 12 years, the namesake. Kicks to half forward, not great delivery. Judd's in the road. Said that a lot in the AFL for Waubra. Gets the hand pass out now to McLeod, but he turns it over with a wobbly right footer. And it's intercepted on the wing by the left-tattooed Horsham. Kicks his team inside 50, Gordon. No one can take the mark. Ball falls to the back. Good contest at ground level. Both teams work hard. Kinner got a couple of grabs on that, but not the first one. He holds it up for Waubra inside defensive 50.
That was a super kick by Kelly before at the back of the square. Just opened up the corridor. Gave you the option to go straight down the middle or continue out the other side. Just his vision and then obviously execution of an elite skill.
Being able to see the game well before most of them. Ball's at ground level. Working hard. Gorman trying to keep it inside attacking 50 for Gordon. Spills out the back. Not keeping it alive, Asco. And it'll be thrown up again. Elliott off for a rest for Gordon. Thrown back into play once more. Hurry kick comes inside 50 and through for a behind once more for the Gordon team. And they're 8-10-58 to 3-6-24, margin 34 points.
Breeze might have just dropped off a bit down. There's a bit of smoke coming across the ground, a bit of a haze. It was blowing away earlier. It feels like
someone burning off and the properties nearby. Kerry Civil Contractors. Back into play. Maybe it's your brother Mixed Wood that people have bought. Megsy, they're all burning off today. Possibly. Good mark at half-back. Thomas Ford, the 16-year-old teenager in front of the coach's box for Gordon. Kicks Waubra to the wing. Kelly outmanoeuvres his opponent, brings it to ground. Did well. Got it to Hoy. He's taken in a two-man tackle. Lost control of it. Stripped off him by Wilson, who was good for Waubra in the second quarter. Hurry kick finds a target. Colligan takes the mark. Probably a little bit luckily, but the ball landed in his lap. He will deliver right across the face. Good one-hander mark by Palmer. The 16-year-old, the teenager, kicks inside 50. High kick, goes to the back, over the head of Kelly, but he's there to escort it to make sure it doesn't cause any damage. He's so reliable, and it's a behind. It's 3-7-25 to 8-10-58. Gordon by 33
Probably
points.
had to go a little, take the bit between the teeth and go quicker than Nick was, and he was just too slow. As a forward,
no, that's right.
Allows numbers to get back behind the ball.
No, we like to have a 2-second rule. At very worst, a 3-second rule. 2 seconds, either handball or play on, get off the mark, get off the line, and give the forward a chance.
They go down the line. Gordon and McPherson got one over the shoulder on the wing for Waubra. Delivers. Doesn't quite find the target. Good play by Hallam to get a hand pass out now to Evans. Little hand pass comes inside from Clifford. Doesn't find the target of Hallam. Stripped by Moran. Then got the hand pass back into traffic. Didn't again find the target. It's a clumsy passage of playing. The umpire will ball it up at half forward for Waubra.
One thing I noticed, Dan, behind the ball, every time there's a stoppage in Gordon's forward line, the Gordon backmen are all on the inside shoulder. They're all taking the corridor away. They're allowing the forwards to only lead to the boundary side. Very well set up.
Gummel the tap, and he taps to the advantage of the running Jordan Clampett. Kicks inside 50, or to the edge of 50. The mark getting out the back there, taken by Griffiths. I do like this young fellow. Griffiths has got a player leading for him. Ryan had it knocked away at the drop. Picked up by Gorman. Bouncing ball. and then getting back and knocking through for a behind, one of the best players for Waubra today, and in contention for Whitey's Pet Food Supplies, BOG, Wilson. He's able to concede a behind. All behind so far for both teams in this third quarter on the Carey Silver Contractor scoreboard. Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard. I've mucked it up 3 times. 8-11-59 to 3-7-25. Good kick out to one of the smallest players on the ground. Little Baldwinson, a kick to goal early, marks at half back for the Kangaroos. Looking to switch now. It can be dangerous if you don't execute it, but he does execute it well. Kinner marks in the back pocket, the outer back pocket for Waubra. Kicks it low and flat, finds a target. Now they're away again. They head out to the outer side of the ground. Good kick comes from Montgomery Judd towards the wing. No mark taken. Turnover on this occasion by Gummel, but had the hand pass slammed down close to the boundary. Knocked free by Palmer. Goes after it again with speed, and it's over the boundary on the wing on the outer side.
A little bit of a knock on Gordon. Has certainly allowed Waubra to walk the ball out of defence on numerous occasions. Yeah. It's been come finals, you allow that, you'll just get
There was that
apart.
period in the second quarter where they really upped the ante for about 10 minutes and got re-entries and repeat stoppages, but they have used the ball quite well off halfback. Yeah.
Knocked the footy down again. Murphy couldn't get the hand pass out. Looking for Asco. Loose ball. Slapped back by Murphy again with that big body towards the boundary.
And again, I wonder you talk about...
It's going to be a free kick and it'll go the way of Waubra.
I heard you talk earlier about the prelim final defeats. Little things like that, forward pressure and really capitalising on little things are vital in prelims. Yeah.
McDonald squares it up, gets it to Palmer, kicks towards centre half forward, no mark taken. Ball's at the drop, cleared by Gordon again. Good hand pass out of defence. Clifford involved and also getting involved. That was Slick Gorman. And they kick down the wing to the attacking side of half forward. Hurry kick in towards the pocket. Came from Griffiths. Not a great kick. Misses the target. Tui led. He led a bit wide, but the kick could have found the target, but it was
just
a poor
watching him
kick.
down. He led originally at the kicker, then ducked back to the goal square and then cut back at the kicker again.
Right.
And really worked his defender over, and the kick just let him down.
34-point lead for Gordon. Knocked down again by Griffiths. Nash at the contest, got the hand pass out to Wilson off the edge of the boot. A high kick. Camped underneath it. Colligan takes the mark. Opposed to Evans late. Told to get on with it quickly by Tim in the commentary box. Kicks inside 50. Great use of the body.
Fast ball.
There was a fast ball movement, and you're going to put your defender out when it's a one-on-one contest if the other defenders can't get back for Gordon. And that's a very, very good mark on that occasion taken by Matt Miller.
And there's the learning process. Same kid involved both times.
Yep.
First time, held on the ball, held on the footy. And then second time, kicks the ball deep and quickly and allows his man to position.
And a goal for his team.
Hence a goal,
yeah.
exactly.
I'm sure the runner would have gone out or his teammates would have let him know. Certainly the forwards would have let him know. Sometimes you just need to roll and go and give the... If it's a 50-50 and you roll and go, personally, as used to play forward, it's a 60-40 or 70-30. If the ball's kicked slightly to your side, you're in the... That's all you ask for.
As a defender, you just get nervous, don't you? That quick ball in is nervous. Doesn't matter who you're playing against.
Well, that's why they're defenders and not forwards.
That's right.
First goal of the third quarter has taken 11 minutes, 8-11-59 to 4-7-31. They say some of the smartest players are defenders because they read the play so well.
That's like saying a fast bowler's smart.
We just spoke to one earlier today, the great Mark Ridgway. 28-point lead. Now, there's a smart man.
Medium fast. Medium fast.
Thrown up in the middle of the ground again. King knocks it down. They're starting to win a few of the clearances. Colligan squeezes a little left foot kick out, but it's turned over. And the mark taken by Fraser. Fraser wobbles a kick now to Hoy. Had it fisted away. He was waiting too much on that occasion. Slips down to Rowan Clampett. Picks it up. Handball misses the target again. Waubra turn it over once more. Hurry kick from Wilson. Comes inside 50. But getting in front, Clifford. He played on quickly. Got the hand pass out. They'll clear out of defence again. Close to the boundary. Hoy couldn't take the mark. Also involved by hand on that occasion was James Kelly. And it's out of bounds right in front of the Waubra coach's box.
Waubra has certainly been happy to play this big fella in Judd in a defensive a kick behind the play most of the game, which is an interesting tactic.
Margin 28 points. Waubra have kicked the only goal this quarter, which is 13 minutes old. Clampett gets the hand pass out and away they go. Ryan. Good hand pass over the top. Vision. Wonderful footy. Finds Horsham. Horsham, though, kicks, unfortunately, into the body of his opponent who smothers at McPherson. It's picked up again, though, by Horsham. Kicks long to full forward. No one can take the mark. Ball's at ground level. Hand pass comes out. The umpire says, it's a throw from Tui as he's trying to thread over the top, hearing a voice of an opponent, and he gives away the free kick to Palmer of Waubra. Last line of defence as they're still goalless this quarter, Gordon, in 13 minutes. He wobbles the kick. It's a shocker. Nolan saw it dropping short. The umpire said not up, not sure about that. Gets the hand pass off, and then there's a shot at goal under pressure, an attempted smother by Wilson, who's been enormous for Waubra. Rowan Clampett's kick misses to the left-hand side for another behind for the Eagles. They're fourth this quarter, 8-12-60 to 4-7-31.
Ambitious to say the least. You know, you had a lead up from Minari, and I don't know what he was doing there.
Even that 3-on-1.
Back into play. Wilson couldn't take the mark going up the guts. Turnover. Slips to Nolan. Delivers into the pocket until he takes the mark. Opposed to McPherson. They've had a good battle, those two today.
And there we see the difference, a little bit of poise, just hold on to the footy for a margin, allow Tui to run into space.
He's going to try and open up the angle here, boys. Underneath the coach's box, in front of our commentary position. They need a goal this quarter. They're 29 points up. The only goals come the way of the Kangaroos. He opens up the angle and he squeezes it home. Terrific goal. Candidate for goal of the day for the Gordon Hotel. And on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard, and our coverage today for Club Zone, it's Gordon 9-12-66, the league leaders on top of Waubra 4-7-31, margin out to 35 points.
I'm glad he got the reward there because his work rate the last few entries has been very good. He's been on the move, hasn't been flat-footed, coming at the kicker. Kicks haven't gone to his advantage. He's been very good, and then obviously capitalised on a turnover there and got the reward as a forward who continually hits up. You love to see them get the rewards.
So 35 points the lead. Ball back in the middle. King taps it down again at the Rove. Comes out on this occasion to Will Green. Lovely kick, good mark. Taken it centre half forward. Miller giving them good presentation in this third quarter, already having kicked a goal for Waubra.
Geez, that was a fantastic centre clearance. Beautiful tap from King, and the front door was left wide open. Waltz past the sweeper. I think he lost his post a little bit and hit the forward coming at the kicker. Beautiful centre clearance.
Miller giving them just another target down there. Kicks it long and high. Did he squeeze that in? Yes, he does. 2 goals to Miller in this quarter, and they just stay alive, the Kangaroos. 5-7-37. The Gordon Eagles 9-12-66 on the Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard, the major sponsor of the Gordon Eagles. And that's 2 lovely third quarter goals, Tim, to Matt Miller.
Yeah, 2 good, strong marks, and they need a forward to stand up to get them back into the contest. And he's really took 2 strong marks. Getting the ball out of the middle, obviously crucial. Great work.
You don't often get those clearances. That was a training drill where you set it up or pre-game when you're doing it with very little pressure. It doesn't happen very often on game day, but that was fantastic.
29 points, back in the middle. Griffiths wins it down, beats King. Nash wins another clearance, a high up and under kick. The captain of the Kangaroos. Premiership captain bounces the ball to half forward. No one can take the mark. Spills out the back to Moran. Needed to take the first option. Changes his mind and elects to bomb it long. Could have got the hand pass on the outside, but he thought he could kick the goal. Didn't miss by too much, the big fella.
I think he made the right choice there. His support run on the outside was under pressure, but he certainly learned from his first one where he got run down.
He did. 28 points. 66-38. Into play, Clifford. To the back pocket. Hemmed in, Watt. Goes back to Clifford to the outer back pocket. The veteran, wobbly punt kick. Had it fisted away. Good play by Miller to bring it to ground. Then he's taken in a tackle. Ball jarred free. Comes out now. High kick from Bond. And finds a teammate taking the mark in the left forward pocket.
Good awareness there from the key forward in big forward. He could have got you see a lot of forwards there coming crashing through with the eyes on the ball, but he had the awareness that he had a teammate in space, so just held up his run and gave him the clearance to take the mark.
So a chance for their third goal this quarter. To give them a bit of a look at the second half of the third term, the Waubra Kangaroos. And that is Green. He has squeezed it home from the left forward pocket. An angle of 25 to 30 degrees, Will Green. And it's 6-7-43 to 9-12-66. 3 goals to 1, and they've kicked 3-5 this quarter to 1-4. It certainly has been the Kangaroos' quarter, Tim.
Yeah, certainly worked a lot harder, and I think they've had periods throughout the game where they've dominated for 4 or 5 minutes at a time, but they haven't been able to put on the scoreboard. But in the last 5 minutes, they've been able to take their opportunities and kick goals. And I really think they're starting to work back into the game. It'll be a challenge to see how Gordon can respond from here.
King taps it down.
Front door again.
And here goes Jenkins. He couldn't get control of it. Sockers it. But coming the other way, good play by Fraser. Taps it out cleverly to Jordan Clampett. Clampett kicks long inside, 50. Tui there. Had it fisted away. Good play bringing it to the front of the pack by McPherson. Going in hard, Nolan. Shoved in the back. Will get the free kick as he was front and square. Won the spillage. On the left. Comes inside, 50. And that's an excellent mark taken at centre half forward, holding his ground. And coming up with the footy is Asco.
I tell you, that's a forward line or a forward half that knows their midfielders. He knew he was a left footer that was going to roll on straight away and
swing it in
and just put it to a spot. And they were already on the move before, as they do. Forwards move before defenders, and the kick was duly rewarded.
And you get that 5'6" player that was the free kick there or not? Probably not, but because of the size, they tend to get that arm that rolls up on a shoulder.
Oh.
It was great.
Sorry, Tim. It's a shocking kick. He's only just squeezed it in from behind, and they're having trouble with their goal kicking this quarter. The Gordon Eagles, I want to get that right before the finals. It's cost them a couple of grand final appearances in recent years, 9-13-67 to 6-8-44. I apologise, Tim, for bringing up the war, as it's kicked back into play by Kinner to the outer side, and a big mark. Well taken by Griffiths, gets the hand pass out. Good handball by Tui. He put his teammate under a little bit of pressure. Fraser, handball now back towards Tui. Tui kicks to the goal square. No mark taken, and taken off hands, and a shot at goal, but not able to keep his footing. Misses to the right-hand side. That was the son of the coach, Dylan Watt, but he virtually tripped into that as he roved it off the pack.
I noticed Kinner's decided to take the forward approach. He's going to sacrifice playing him from behind. Manarian in the last 3 or 4 contests has worked to the front and made a hell of a difference.
Absolutely.
1-6 this quarter, 9-14-68 to 6-8-44. Kinner plays on, kicks in front of our commentary position. Griffiths decides not to mark, slaps to the front, picked up by Colligan, he turns it over. Good play by Watt again, and he finds Nolan in some space, taking the mark inside 50, slight angle, 40 metres out.
I was just about to say it's been about the 18 to 20 minute mark of every quarter that Gordon tends to get on top. I think it's their midfield depth. They've got plenty of faces rolling through there, and they just work their way into the quarter. And the back ends, they just continually get turnovers and clearance wins and giving their forwards opportunity.
Nick Jewell and Tim Winter, special comments with us at the Central Highlands final round of the home and away season before the finals at Gordon. For Club Zone, 22-point lead, 24-point lead. And they've been inaccurate this quarter, Gordon. On the left. And that looks pretty good, though. Nolan kicks one and the lead's out to 30 points on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard for the league leaders, the Eagles. Gordon at 10-14-74. Waubra 6-8-44.
He's certainly had a presence throughout the game. The smallest player out there, but he's got unbelievable courage, and his ability to attack the ball at full pace gives him the reward, Nick.
He's got a bit of class when he's got the ball in hand as well. He uses it very well.
So, back to 30 points. King up, wins it down. The clearances, won by Nash, high kick, but it'll be comfortably taken by Fraser. He's had a good quarter too, playing on the wing on the outer side. Takes a good defensive mark just behind the wing for Gordon. The left footer, in short, picks out a target. Luke Gunnell. His kick's no good. Turned over. Intercepted.
Handball over.
By Kinner. Handball comes inside now. They can set something up. But unfortunately for Cash, and he turns it over as well. Hallam filling the hole. And then they've got numbers at half-back. Getting on the end of the chain of hand passes is Fraser, the left footer. It pitches again, though. Taken by King at the back. Works a hand pass inside to his teammate, who does brilliantly on this occasion in forward. Got the hand pass also out to another teammate in Corbett. And Corbett then delivers it wide to Baldwinson. Front of our commentary position. Finds Wilson. Wilson goes for the barrel, but it lands short, and a comfortable mark at half-back. Reading it best is Hallam. Hallam's cut up a lot of forward thrusts today for Waubra, playing brilliantly for the Gordon side. The kick goes into the middle of the ground. ground. Murphy had the field to beat. Did well to bring it to ground. Hand pass comes out. Gets the hand pass clear again. They can set up once more through Ryan. Kicks towards Tui, who beats two opponents. Takes the mark on the wing. Hooks a kick over the body. Good kick on this occasion. Will it sit for Ryan? It does. Ryan's got acreage at half forward. Delivers inside 50 and Minari. That is wonderful footy by Gordon. That's why they're the premiership favourites. They didn't panic. They had loose men out. They went the side of the ground, Tim, that you don't like too much, the dead side, but Minari led there and has a chance to kick his sixth.
Yeah, great finish there by Zach Ryan. He's come off a knee reconstruction in the last 12 months. He's a real quality player, boy from Lalbert, the good old territory up there in the semi-Mallee. Great finish of the football, but Minari just, led up to the footy, and that's when he's prepared to lead to the on-ballers bring the footy in. He's had the wood on Kinner all day.
Let's have a look at the two.
And Gorman then got plenty of space as well. They just seem to be caught napping the Waubra defenders. He loves a goal. The small forward took a good mark on his chest. He does love a goal. The tattooed Gorman kicks his first today, 21st of the season, in his 8th game as a small forward. That's a great return. And the margin blows out. And you're right, Nick. They've kicked a couple of late goals to almost put it beyond doubt near three-quarter time on the Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard, 11-14-80 to 6-8-44 at the 24-minute mark.
It's just their composure with ball in hand. The last few entries, if you compare the two, Waubra, I think he kicked an on-the-run torpedo. He had big forward coming at him and decided to kick a torpedo. Turnover, goes the length of the ground, 3 uncontested marks, and then another hit up and a goal. Just the difference in the game.
Back in the middle. Gummel wins it down. Missed by Corbett. His teammate King decides to do the hard work. The ruckman kicks to half forward. Turned over again at the back. Good play by Gordon. Swinging kick comes out wide. And they have it on the outer side of the ground again through Watt. But his kick's not great. Rolls along the carpet. Turned over at the back by McPherson. Gets the hand pass out. Almost another turnover on this occasion. Loose ball. Now they're hunting in numbers. But unfortunately for Murphy, had the kick run down. Good defence by Waubra at half back. They get the numbers back again. Good play, Wilson, who made the smother originally, receives the hand pass, then delivers out wide again, getting around a couple of opponents, looking to drive his team long. Cashin went with the torpedo punt, didn't quite work. Ball's at ground level. Baldwinson tried to get a loose ball, couldn't. Knocked down to Gunnell. Gunnell, I thought, was tackled, but not in possession. Goes in hard, Luke Gunnell. Picked up at the back again. Hurry kick inside 50, and it came from the boot of Ford, the 16-year-old. But then they get numbers at the back, Gordon. Always 2-on-1 or 3-on-2 down there. Working hard, bringing the ball to ground is Gunnell. Close towards the boundary line and the goal line, and eventually they find a way out, and they'll deliver towards the outer side of the ground, and a good mark taken by Ryan again. The outlet kick was a good one, and he marks it half back. Ryan with a low pass, not a good one. Turnover once more. Picked up by King. King kicks in short, doesn't find a target. Ryan goes in again, makes a good contest. Ball to be won. Picked up now by Watt. Watt delivers over the top. Here's a chance now for Murphy. Murphy has a bounce. He's kicked two already. Kicks into the pocket. Minari gets out on the second grab. Couldn't hang on to the mark. Kinner's shoved him in the face. Should have been a free kick. Picked up by Nolan. Gets the hand pass out. And then there's a shot at goal on the fly, and they kick a brilliant goal, Gordon. Murphy kicks his third. Great play by Nolan, just hanging around in that forward line, and he got on the sweep after Minari should have got a free kick.
Probably free kick, but once again, I think it was Cashin running in on the half forward flank. Torpedo again.
I thought I was.
I
saw it.
What am I saying here? Was it a torp or a banana? I'm going, what is the connection there? And it just threw every structure of Waubra had in place and allowed Gordon to transition.
You'd like to hope it was just a shank.
It's great if it comes off though.
Yeah.
12-14-86 to 6-8-44. The margin 42 points, and a very tired playing coach Adam Tui comes off for a rest right on three-quarter time. The clearance won by Ryan again. What a quarter he's had. What a match he's had. And the ball almost taken by Minari. Hits the ground running and eventually kicks inside 50. Wobbly ball. Attacking McPherson. Nolan comes the other way, the smallest man down there. And he has hurt himself. Picked up at the back, but McDonald turns it over for Waubra and marked it half-back again by Murphy. He's had a great game. Might be a candidate for the Whitey's Pet Food Supplies BOG, Tim, and finds a target at half-forward, and that is Dylan Watt. He kicks inside 50, and it cleared three of them and hit Clampett on the chest. Maybe by accident, Jordan Clampett, but he takes the mark as, again, just their run and their numbers and their depth have got on top of the Waubra Kangaroos, Nick, in the latter part of this quarter, the Eagles.
What a great contest between McPherson and Nolan. If you love anything about our football, that was it right there. Two blokes going straight at the ball. Big hit.
Shot at goal by Clampett. He likes a goal.
The dam wall starting to break now, isn't it?
13-14, 92 to 6-8-44. They've kicked 5 goals for the quarter and 4 of them in the last 7 or 8 minutes or so on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. And Waubra, who had really been good for the first 15 minutes of the quarter, outscoring Gordon 3 goals to 1. Tim Acant on 6-8-44.
Very much. The experience of Murphy in the last 5 minutes just to steady the ship, and he's had a big influence on Gordon's last 2 or 3 goals. The ability to hold his space through the middle of the corridor and set up going forward has been exceptional.
2 third-quarter goals to Jordan Clampett, 17 for the season. Bounce in the middle, tap down, and winning at Murphy again. Defensive hand pass to Ryan. Stand start, kick inside 50. Manari, he's given away the free kick. I thought Kinner did well to play in front. Farnage called to Wilson. Gets it out to Corbett. Feeds a long hand pass close to the boundary. Cashin keeps it alive. Pumps a hand pass over the top. Finds his teammate, taking it in. Nash gets it back now to Moran, wants to take them on, the big fella. Wins it on this occasion. Gets the hand pass back to Cashin. Stand start, kick inside 50. Dropping short, and a very good mark taken at left half forward.
At least it was a drop punt going to the forward 50 this time and gave the forward a chance who played in front of. I've really liked his efforts today.
Hughes,
he's been a workhorse up there. It hasn't been an easy day to play forward for Waubra, but he's given his side a target and he's always coming at the kicker.
I think he'll be better for the run in racing terminology too. I think he'll have a good blow at the end of the day.
When they play Springbank next week in the elimination final. So Hughes, wobbly off the boot, but effective. So they've kicked 4 goals. Bit of a shootout this term. Thanks to Club Zone. And it's 7-8-50 now, Waubra. But they've again been outscored by Gordon, who've kicked 5-6. That was 1-6 at one stage. And then 5 quick goals in a row. When they've kicked their goals, they've kicked them in succession today. The home team, the Eagles, 13-14, 92 on the Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard.
27 shots to 15 probably tells the story of the contest, but I reckon Waubra walk away from this knowing that they'll get 3 or 4 better players back in the coming weeks. So they look forward to the challenge if they can meet Gordon again, I reckon.
I did hear that mentioned, though. Probably closer to 5 or 6 I heard over there earlier.
2 goals to Hughes. They've got a couple to come back too. Crackles 1, and I don't know about Burns, as we've said a few times. Green wobbles the kick out of the middle, winning the clearance again. The Kangaroos loose ball. Well, getting on the end of it was Corbett, but the free kick, tackle Linkard coming the other way. And it will go to Hallam, who's been outstanding off half-back.
Crackle, arguably the best footballer in the competition too.
Really?
Yeah, super player.
Big in.
For Gordon. Hallam kicks towards his teammate Elliott, who played from behind. Kinner did well to bring it to ground. Handball came out on the outside to Jenkins, who's been terrific for Waubra, but the siren sounds. So 3-quarter time, Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. Big quarter by Gordon in the end after a sluggish start. They kicked 5 of the last 6 goals, and they're 13-14, 92. Waubra kicked 3 of the first 4. Then got a late one, 7-8-50. Manari still 5 goals, all in the first half. 3 goals to Murphy, who's been outstanding today. A candidate, you would think, and Tim has to give that award for his own business. Whitey's Pet Food Supplies, best on ground. And 2 goals to Clampett as well, both in that term. And 2 to the playing coach today, Adam Toohey. For Waubra, 2 goals in the quarter to another one of their forwards, Miller. And Hughes has also booted 2. But they're down at the moment by 42 points. Gordon on top and heading into the finals next week. Probably undefeated, but we'll see what the last quarter brings thanks to Club Zone. Tim, not a bad quarter by Waubra, but again, Gordon finishing the better.
Good quarter by Waubra, but even though we've got a 42-point margin, it doesn't feel that way, does it, Nick? Waubra have cut Gordon apart there at times, you know, with the transition and the ball up and over the top. If they had been able to take their opportunities and get a few players back going forward, I reckon they'll be really happy, Waubra, with their contest. They're probably their skill errors have really hurt them.
Yeah, it just looks like towards the end of the quarters, as we said, and when there's just some key moments, the calmer heads and more experienced players of Gordon just hitting that target or slowing it down or speeding it up, and the forward breakdown, the forward structure from Waubra has, apart from Ford, he's the only really forward that's has come at the ball, and when he's not down there, he loses. Just looking back behind the ball, they lose their shape a little bit. That's why we've seen some of the entries where there's been torpedoes and balls going to strange places, where if you compare it to the Gordon forward, they've got the coach down there who's really straightens them up, comes at the kicker, Minari as well, and then some small forwards who feed off the talls that straighten them up.
Yeah, and the experience of Murphy really shone there in that 10 or 15 minute period late in the quarter. He just straightened them up, and his delivery in the leading forwards is really good. So
I can see a lot of improvement for Waubra moving, if they can just, not so much this week, but moving forward, if they can get a couple of prime movers through the middle and get some better ball use into the forwards, it just may give them a chance to straighten up and have some forwards come at the kicker. Amazing when you do use the ball into better areas, that goals come from nothing. Front and squares, the odd one spills over the back. But the way they're going in there now, it's a bit haphazard. It's sort of pot luck how they hit the scoreboard.
Yeah, very much.
So it's three-quarter time. Gordon 13-14-92. Carey Civil Contractors scoreboard. The major sponsor of the Gordon Footy Club. Waubra 7-8-50. We'll take a break and be back with the last quarter very shortly, thanks to Club Zone. Get your game face on.
Do you want your business to grow and be recognised within community sport? Would you like to expand your business reach and branding across metropolitan Melbourne and the Mornington Peninsula? With an average reach of 50,000 people weekly across our social media accounts, an average of 100,000 monthly impressions on our digital record app, GameFace can help promote and feature your business across all of our channels. Keep in the loop with existing customers and reach out with new ones via our social media content. Here, you can place your branding on graphic design content, action photography, player interviews, even witness your branding appearing on live stream broadcasts. We can also create and curate advertisements for your business to host on your social media channels as well as ours. You can be featured in EDM newsletters, have space featured on our record app, on website, and much, much more. Our packaging tiers are affordable enough to help your business experience the GameFace touch. So get in contact with us to see how we can help you. Get your game face on. Clubs, it's time to supercharge your fundraising. Introducing Club Zone, the easiest online fundraising program. Take your club or association's online presence to a whole new level with a freely customisable all-in-one website. And the best part is, it's very affordable and it's easy to use. Let's talk about Club Zone's features, starting with the Club Zone store. Organise a full online for your...
And the last quarter underway. And out of the middle straight away, a high ball comes inside 50 from King for Waubra and picked up by Moran. The big fella hooks around the body. This will be goal of the day, but doesn't quite get there. Wasn't a bad effort by the big fella. Good mark last line of defence by the reliable Hallam. Delivers out to Kelly. 313 league games. Great to have him here. Kicks down the line again. Couldn't quite control it. Knocks off his knee. Griffiths in frustration. But gee, I love the way he moves, this young boy. The cut of his jib, as they say in the classics, Tim and Nick. Nick Jewell and Tim Winter with us today. And our coverage of the Central Highlands League, the last round of the home and away season. Top of the table, Gordon leading by 42 points, thanks to Club Zone, our major sponsor. Player brought down on a tackle. Nash on that occasion for Waubra. Standing tall, Judd did well to get the hand pass out. Got it out brilliantly to his teammate who hits the chest, McPherson, of number 7, Green. That was great footy by Waubra on that occasion, particularly Nash under the pump for the second occasion, taking an attack and dished out a hand pass.
Some run from behind the ball. I think he was full back earlier, McPherson, and then a terrific hit-up kick. And let's hope they get a reward. That was some nice ball movement.
Green.
I reckon Tui got caught napping then. It was his man that ran off him.
Yep.
High kick to the teeth of goal. Clifford to the front. Hallam knocks the footy away. Now a chance for a shot at goal. Goes across the face by Miller. Wanders into the outer back pocket. Taken in a tackle. Brought close to the boundary was Mark Gunnell, the big ruckman of the Gordon side. Then a hurry kick comes out on this occasion, which doesn't really find the target. Horsham. Now it's turned over again once more by McLeod of Waubra. Kicks high towards the pocket making a late spoil Gunnell, but he may have also pushed Green into the fence in his endeavours to try and make it spoil. I think there has to be a free kick. No, it's out of bounds on the full. I thought the Green should have got a free kick.
10th time today, I reckon, on the full.
Yeah, there's been a lot of those, particularly on that outer side. Those beautiful trees. Not a conservationist though, but I love the trees. Kicks towards the front edge of the centre square. Mark taken by Murphy. You couldn't imagine me being conservationist, Nick, could you? Plays on quickly, Murphy. It's kick 3. Kicks towards half forward. No comment. And no one can take the mark. Yes, they can. That's got to be a mark to Judd.
Imagine a lot of things about you, Dan.
Yes, there's a lot of things about me, Nicholas. Judd takes the mark at half back. He will deliver. Now towards the wing.
Good hands.
That's an excellent mark.
That was his third lead.
Very good hands.
Well done.
Taken by Hughes. Hughes marks at half back in front of the social club rooms.
Jeez, he works hard.
He does work hard. He's looking for Green now in the middle. Good play by Cliff to bring it to ground. Clifford. And then Kelly receives a hand pass, stands tall in the tackle. He got it from Elliott. Then got the hand pass out to Hoy and a hand pass to Clifford and back to Hoy. Hoy tumbles a kick inside 50 and reading it like a book is Tui. Tui takes the mark at centre half forward. That was really good footy. Hard on the boundary in front of the social club rooms by the Gordon Footy Club, Tim, to keep it alive.
Yeah, his work rate's exceptional, Nick, isn't it? He just keeps presenting, presenting.
Tries it.
And once you're in the front position, you get the reward, don't you?
Yeah. Tui's the same. Tui and forward, both Hughes the same. And again, the forward plays in front and gets the ball that drops short.
Smoke wafting. That's what tends to happen up here, isn't it, when it gets cold from the fire. 45 metres out. That's an excellent kick. Yeah, you're right. A finish. Big candidate for goal of the day for the Gordon Hotel. And our mark of the day for Campbell's Transport Services as well. There's been a couple of those. Let's just look at the signs across the ground, picking out wonderful sponsors of this football club today. 14-14-98 to 7-8-50. They've kicked 6 of the last 7, Gordon. And it looks like they'll pass the 100 once again, Tim.
Yes, looks like it, Dan. They've got that critical first goal, just put the real doubt into Waubra's mind. So critical clearance. The next 20 minutes are critical for Waubra just to keep working hard, work hard around the ball and not to drop off.
3 goals to Tui. 31 for the season. The tap down. One by Jenkins, who's been one of the hard-working midfielders for Waubra. Wins another clearance. Kicks inside 50. Elliott knocks to ground. Getting a hand pass out. Good play by Watt. And they managed to clear it through Kelly, standing tall and a wonderful tackle, and then does well with a brilliant hand pass out wide to Horsham. Horsham gets the hand pass out to Ryan. He didn't see the opponent come and get him. Bringing him to ground, should have taken him in a tackle. It's a loose ball, sits up again. Look at Kelly just fending his way through traffic brilliantly, Nick. Drives the ball inside 50, bouncing ball. Minari leads in the race. Nolan gets front and square like the little blokes do to try and hold it up around attacking 50 at the Balan end. It'll be thrown up.
Bit like a Nick Jewell off drive, mate, isn't it? Hey, Dan, I've got to talk him up a little bit.
Inside edge to fine leg is how they used to go.
He averaged nearly 37 in shield cricket. He was a very good player, this bloke.
Just a role
in
player.
a great... Oh, don't talk rubbish.
I tell you what I would be doing, though. I'd be getting James Kelly off the ground and putting his dressing gown on. He's done enough today. Then going into a final next week and say, that'll do you, big fella. You've played 313 AFL games. You've done enough.
I had a glimpse at the averages last night. They were pretty impressive, mate.
Yeah, pretty good. Free kick at half-back from that stoppage, taken by one of the young boys, Ford. He kicks to the wing for Waubra, couldn't take the mark, winning the one-on-one contest. I reckon Fraser's been good in the second half, and he goes backwards by foot, and he finds Murphy, one of the best on the ground for mine. Another one who's been great today. Hallam, Mr. Reliable, feeds a hand pass over the top. He finds Clifford.
Chase.
Met late. It was a good chase. Affects the kick a bit. Mark wasn't taken by Minari. Goes to the back of the pack. There's his man down there taking the footy, Kinner. Kinner turns an opponent inside out. Squares it up to centre half back, and they can slow it down now. Cashin with the footy.
He's worth his weight in gold,
48-point
Hughes,
lead.
Dan.
He delivers across the face now, and he finds McLeod. Has been another battler for them at half-back. Has a player leading. I've loved the game of this guy too. McPherson couldn't take the mark. The ball hit the ground. He recovered. Quick hand pass at close quarters to King. King measures the pass nicely. Front edge centre square. Baldwinson takes the mark. There was a Balder Stone who played 2 tests for England back in 76, but this is Baldwinson. Kicks long inside 50. Murphy there, can't mark it. He knocked away from his teammate in Gummel, but they've got numbers at the back. Clifford receives a hand pass. Nice hand pass also towards Murphy. Murphy tiptoeing as he got it from Hallam. Handballs back to Clifford. Clifford driving down the social club room side of the ground. Great mark on the second grab. And this is Horsham who takes the mark with the funny haircut. At least he's got hair. Delivers out wide now to half forward. To Luke Gummel now. Luke Gummel will kick long towards full forward, looking for someone to mark, and they do.
God. Geez, that was good forward play.
Ryan takes the mark out in front.
I was just watching all the forwards there, Dan, as the ball was coming back from half-back through to the wing, and a slow, wide ball. It only really had one place to go, and that was deep to the far pocket, the fat side. And they worked back to the goal square and just controlled that drop zone, made sure their defender were boundary side, and just held off till the last minute and took an easy, uncontested mark. Just very, very smart forward play.
And he's kicked the goal. How many games has Ryan played from the knee reconstruction, Tim? Because he seems to be getting better and better.
Yeah, probably 7 or 8, and
good.
He's had the self-doubts, carried them in most of those games, but when he's up and going, we lost him to that knee construction about 3 weeks away from the finals in 2019.
Yeah.
And I said to Ron, our finals are just gone. And he said, no, I said he was the critical, he was at the top of his game. The ability to move sideways is brilliant. He's just starting to find his feet back. And it normally takes that 12 months.
It does.
Yeah.
Probably last year was a good break for him, wasn't it?
Yep.
Good break for some, not so good for others. Here he is again, winning another clearance as he wobbles a kick out of the middle of the ground. The lead out to 54 points. Club Zone, our major sponsor today, as they try and clear out a defence once more, Waubra, and they get it to the big fella King, who's battled manfully. Handballs inside to Nash, the skipper. Nash, high right foot kick. Clifford does well to get a hand on it. Feeds to the back of the pack. Losing control of it on this occasion was Horsham. There's Kelly again. The game just stands still as he works his way through traffic. Receives the hand pass, old pop. Magnificent James Kelly. And then hits a teammate on the chest. You are a star. And he finds his teammate Gorman. Gorman drives long inside 50 but turns it over. And Kinner takes a good defensive mark at centre half.
Take the boy off there.
Oh, yeah. Well, how good was he?
Take the boy off.
Everyone else stood still and he just made the game look so easy. Kicks into the middle of the ground. It's wonderful he's still playing, isn't it? Yeah. And doing what he's doing. And again, they retrieve off half back. This is the strength of this Gordon side, as we were told earlier. Good mark now to Watt. Gets the hand pass off now. They'll look to link it long. And it comes from Gorman. He kicks inside 50. No mark taken. Missed by McKenzie. Quick kick comes down from Clampett. Clampett finds Tui out the back. And Tui rolls it home for another. He kicks his fourth. 16-14, 110. The margin out to 10 goals now. And Waubra 7-8-50 on the Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard.
I said to James Kelly about 3 or 4 weeks ago after the Hepburn game, I said, you made your first mistake in your 6 or 7 games. He goes, where was that? I said, out on the wing. He said, it was the bloody mud, mate. The ball just stuck there and I overran it. But he is just, yeah. That's he's a man of 37. It's still moving like a 27-year-old.
I mean,
just poised.
He could have gone another year, I reckon, at Essendon. I mean, just watching him there, he just, as I said, mate, the game stands still. Comes out of the middle again. Nolan wins the clearance to Clampett, a good running player. Kicks inside 50 again. Bouncing ball. Manari uses the body to open up the forward line for the rest of his teammates, but it goes out of bounds.
They might move a bit quicker in the AFL than here, Dan. But
yes, I understand that.
You don't lose your vision. Which
no,
is,
you do not.
Which is outstanding.
Probably a little bit like Simpson at the Blues. I reckon another year wouldn't have hurt Carlton the way they're travelling at the moment too. So, give me Simpson in front of Plowman any day. Thank you very much.
So how does it work? Does he not play when Geelong's playing?
No, he's got no coaching roles.
No, he's a dad.
Yeah,
I spoke to him before the game.
Stay at home.
So he's definitely playing finals next week.
Yep, clearly.
Yeah, he'll be here. Geez, he'll be important, won't he? Thrown up again. Tap down once more. Cleared out of defence. This is good running by McPherson. The old one too, as he won the clearance.
He's a ripper.
And then he finds Miller, who takes the mark on the wing.
Give it back to him.
Best. He's taking a long time to get rid of it. Floats a hand pass out wide. McPherson now, third time in the movement, kicks inside 50, but turns it over. Good strong mark taken. Last line of defence by another one of the good young players in Isaac McCabe. Takes the mark. He spreads it out now towards Hallam. Here's our man, James Kelly. Kicks it down the line. Look at that for a kick, Nick. Nick loves him. He loves him. Esco takes the mark in front of our commentary position.
He'd be handy at Rosebud, I reckon. Back flank.
You want to have one more next year?
No.
And Esco kicks off the back foot and, from one good kick to a shocker. Sorry, Connor. I don't know what he's trying to do then, but the kick didn't work off the side of the boot and wobbles 10 metres away out of bounds.
I call it the silver service from Kelly.
Oh.
They just missed the opportunity to give back to McPherson earlier and get the footy in a bit quicker to the forwards and give them a chance. But they
here's Ryan again, taking in a tackle, lost control of it. Good contest, ball comes out. Front of our commentary position only momentarily.
We've spoken about Hughes and the opportunity he's after. McPherson hit a terrific hit off half-back and he kept going. The run receiver was on and Hughes would have done the work and they didn't give the handball and the opportunity was lost. Yeah.
Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard, 16-14, 110 to 7-8-50. Club Zone, our major sponsor today. Ball comes out, Waubra. And they can't really get a proper possession. Whitey's Pet Food Supplies giving the best on ground. Gordon Hotel, goal of the day. Thrown up again. Knocked down once more. Quick hand pass came out from Fraser, who's been very good in the second half. Player taken in a tackle, though, for the Kangaroos, coming the other way. And this will be Colligan.
He's gone forward.
He's been okay. Kicks inside 50. Bouncing ball. Good play by Clifford to keep the body on the line. Nolan doing some work in the back half. He might have changed with Kelly, Nick. He picks the footy up, and on the left he just spots up a teammate who takes the mark millimetres from the turf in Evans. Well, and then what did he play on, or did they say it wasn't up? He got one high anyway.
Might have been the square up, I think.
Against Colligan, so Evans will get the free kick at half back, and he will certainly be having a shower. Reminds me of when I couldn't get the footy, but he used to be the muddiest bloke out there. He kicks high, close to the boundary. Underneath it is Asco. Can't take the mark. King made him earn it. Ball goes to ground. Picked up at the back. Good play by McPherson. But the hand pass was turned over for Waubra by Tui. Gets the kick partially smothered. Bouncing ball. Rebounding inside 50 towards half forward. Picked up by Minari. Feeds a 30-metre farming hand pass to Tui. Tui will farm a hand pass out wide. Looking to steady now. Gunnell. Mark Gunnell has kicked a ripper on the run. In fact, it's Luke Gunnell's kicked a ripper on the run. And that is a great, great goal again for Gordon. They are identical twins. 17-14, 116 to 7-8-50. And they just keep putting more scoreboard pressure on the Waubra Kangaroos. The league leaders, the Gordon Eagles.
Gordon swung Kelly forward just to take him out of the hot zone. Oh, it's probably the hot zone, actually, now. They might run away over the
Great vision by Minari, wasn't it? Bring the ball back through the middle by hands and then a transition from Tui and a good finish.
I wonder in a big final whether they'll throw Kelly in the middle if things aren't going to plan. Break glass for emergency.
I reckon that might be his call.
Yeah, as I say, I wonder in a big final, will Kelly swing Kelly into the middle?
That's right. Yeah.
No doubt about that. Yeah. Tap down. Here's Nolan, an opportunity. Can't get it. Missed by Baldwinson. Turned over. Ryan has been absolutely fantastic. He runs out of the middle again with intent. Kicks inside 50. Going to be a free kick against Kinner, but he's unlucky. And eventually Tui picks it up on the advantage, and he's kicked a handful. Or are they going to bring it back? They're going to bring it back. Why aren't they going the advantage?
I don't think there was much in that either. You're allowed to go.
No.
He didn't use his body. He didn't use his hands. It was all body. Maybe it was not within the 5 metre rule, but a little bit stiff there, I think. Sometimes when it's your day, it's your day.
Yep. Well, he kicked 5 in the first half. He's looking to kick 6 here. The son of Jed, Jordan Clampett, coming off for a rest. you ever watch the Beverly Hillbillies, Tim, or a bit before your time? A bit before my time,
no,
it was.
plenty of that, mate. Yeah, at that 5 o'clock time slot. should have been out kicking the footy, but I was watching a lot of TV in those days.
Slight angle, 40 metres out. And there's a goal for Minari. He's kicked 6 now.
Bit of the old HR puffing stuff, mate.
Yeah, yes, remember that?
Before your time, Nick.
Jack Wild. Yes, another goal. And they're 18-14, 122 to 7-8-50. I know it's 72 points, but I reckon it's a bit flattering.
Yeah,
Waubra
certainly
better
is.
than
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yep. No.
I was more a bit of Foghorn Leghorn and a bit of Yosemite Sam.
I said, boy. I said, boy. Oh, one of the great shows.
I reckon Ryan is real, moving forward. Gordon will be wrapped in his second half. He's got poise. He's got class, hasn't he?
Hate that rabbit.
Yeah.
One of the great shows.
Young fella in front of us got no idea what we're talking about.
18-14, 122 to 7-8-50. Out of the middle again. Here's Ryan receiving on the outside, getting better and better. Drives inside 50, supply constant. Minari can't take the mark. McPherson at the drop. What a good defender he is. He sees it out of bounds.
I was just thinking there's a lot to like. There's a lot to like about them. They've in the end they're copping a bit of a belting, but they've had a crack all day. They've just made a few mistakes early which hurt them on the scoreboard, and clearly outgunned. Like Gordon's far more polished with ball in hand, but there is a lot to like about their setup.
We'll get one of their boys after the game, I think, as well as a couple of the Gordon guys for our Facebook page on GameFace. You want to do the interviews, Nicholas? Handball comes out. Here's Kelly. Hard on the boundary. He deserves the goal today, but he misses to the left-hand side.
No overtime today, Danny. It's all yours, mate.
18-15, 123 to 7-8-50, 73 points.
I'll be in the bar if you need to.
Yeah, I thought you might be, Nicholas.
Just warming up.
Yes. Then we'll get to the Gordon Hotel and have one down there. Where's the publican down there, Tim?
Yeah, just Brian Wins, just up the road, mate.
G'day, Brian.
Get a table ready.
Yes. Where's Crony? Isn't he
he's in there.
Workplace health and safety officer today, looking after us. Done a great job, Crony.
He has. He's kept the corner of the bar warm.
Yeah, it could be a bit of beverage tasting going on, I reckon, at the moment.
He had Chewy on his shoes. He's stuck to the carpet.
He's a big part of our team, Crony. Good on you, Crony. Brendan Crone, one of the greats. Kick back into play. Mark at half back. Taken by McPherson. Kicks down the line again. I'll cop one later, I think. Corbett takes the mark on the wing on the outer side. And he will square it up now to Jenkins. That was not up, I didn't think, but the umpires paid the mark at half back. Another one of the hard-working midfielders for the Waubra Footy Club today. He kicks down the line again, looking for someone to mark. No one can at the spill. Turned over nicely by Fraser. Fraser turns it over, though, on this occasion. And King marks. Gets the hand pass out to Jenkins. Jenkins feeds the hand pass further afield again. His teammate, though, Youngman, said his opponent a task and it's holding the ball, even though
no prior.
I don't think there was prior opportunity. Youngman's had a quiet day today.
That was the umpire's moment then.
And it was, as Watt with the free kick. And he finds Luke Gummel and Murphy. Back to Gummel.
Great kick.
Great kick to half forward.
Ooh,
and player was tunnelled as he tried to take the mark, had his feet taken from underneath him.
It's right about now, Dan, that you want both scorers to look at timekeepers to look at each other and just blow the honker. So let's move on to the finals next week.
Yeah,
don't want
both
any
teams
injuries.
are in it.
Even the two captains look at each other, righto, no tackling, no pumping, let's just finish this and move on to next week.
You can see the value of Dylan Watt's work rate through the middle of the ground. It's been very good today.
Just, again, their ball use, their last kick going in has been far better, far more polished.
Minari looking for his 7th. Slight angle. There's a great looking kick off. The boot hits the post behind. Left goal post, and it's 18-16, 124. It's a 7-8-50. It's 74 points. Horsham comes off for a rest. He's got the Bailey Smith haircut. My daughter would like that. She loves Bailey Smith. Kick back into play, even though she has a lovely boyfriend, Jack. G'day, Laura, if you're listening today. Turnover. I thought, well, it wasn't going to be a turnover, and it is a turnover. I thought that McPherson took the mark, but in the end, as Gordon drove it back into attack, I think he's battled manfully under immense pressure today, Kinner. Mark's last line of defence for the Kangaroos. At the 20-minute mark of the last quarter, Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard, 74-point lead. And Club Zone, of course, where you can do all your fundraising electronically, is our main sponsor today of our coverage of the Central Highlands final round of the season. King gets the hand pass on the wing. Out to Jenkins. Corbett goes wide by hand again. And
11.
Nash brought down late. Another out of bounds on the full, Nicholas.
11, I think, at last
11.
count.
And he was affected the kick. He's battled pretty well too, Nash. The kick,
A little bit like Cadinia Park, that far wing where keeps
that
kicking
was,
it out on the...
Yeah,
on the
you're
floor.
right, spot on. Yep. That narrow ground. That's
Showing my age, Cadinia Park, what do they call it these days?
Gunnell in short.
GMHBA.
Yeah, finds Asco. And he'll square it up again to Watt. They'll keep running again over the top. McCabe.
Oh.
Fraser. Beautiful left foot
Is he
kick.
a left footer or is that...
Yeah, he is a left footer.
Yeah, geez, that was nice.
And Clampett, who kicked 2 goals in the third
And
quarter.
he's going to get it back
He's
here.
got another one here.
Well done.
And in short to Fraser, whose second half has been great. So if other players are down, they've got plenty of options and depth, Tim, haven't they, to come off the bench and cause some damage, and Fraser's been one of those.
Yeah, and coming back from a badly broken finger, so he's missed 6 or 7 weeks, so he's been really good. So
Just needs the run.
Yep.
It's been good for him. 74 points to lead, looking to add to the goal-kicking tally today. On the left, he veers out. Buddy Franklin style. Doesn't matter too much. I reckon he's kicked an absolute bomb. He has from 52. And it's 19-16-130, and the margin is 80 points. I think it's a bit unfair on Waubra, but just indicates how strong this Gordon team is. And even though Ron White is not well today, we wish him all the best. He's watching the game somewhere in his car. I think he'd be very, very happy as your team prepares for a qualifying final next weekend.
Yes, I said to the chairman selectors, Travis Preston, at half-time, I thought about 15 goals the way the game was sort of rolling, and we're getting into that territory. But, yeah, Gordon have just... You're right, they're finishing, the ability, their foot skills a little bit superior to Warbra's. And that's been the story all day, I think.
Dogs in trouble, lost 2 in a row. Thank you, Reece, for just ruining my day. 9-10-64 to 5-7-37. God almighty. Under the pump now, they're not going to finish top, are they?
Speaking of unlucky, there's going to be 1 or 2 unlucky from Gordon today. They've won by 80 points and they're going to be omitted for next week with those coming back in. So.
Yeah. 19-16-130 to 7-8-50. I thought the Hawks would win. The Dogs have only, I think, ever won down to Launceston once. That's a shocking day for them. Out of the middle. Anyway, that's footy. Here's an opportunity for Tui. Got the footy at half back. Murphy turns it over. Now they might get possession. Been a pretty quiet day for Lehman. Hasn't seen a lot of the footy or Lamant for Waubra.
Kelly's in the van.
Yeah,
here.
Gordon have it again. High kick to Kelly. Misses to the left-hand side, and it came from Fraser, who had a long left foot shot and misses to the left-hand side. So 19-17, 131 to 7-8-50. The margin 81 points.
I reckon there's an agenda here, Nick. They're trying to get his first goal, I reckon.
Okay. Well, Murphy wasn't. He was having a shot for him.
24 minutes gone.
He just had to pop it fat side and let Kelly do the work. There was no, here you go, son, from him. He's 6 weeks out with a broken finger. It was my turn.
I think Shannon Burns has been following the broadcast, so I think he's looking to square up, kick one himself.
He might have given Burns a few throughout the year, I reckon, off half back.
Yep.
As Code takes the mark at half back. Centering ball.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Inside 50. Trying to take mark of the year, James Kelly.
Got to get him off. Undisciplined.
Yeah, it was a bit undisciplined.
I hope he hasn't hurt himself.
No, he'll be all right. He looks all right, doesn't he? No, he's okay.
I couldn't see the right jumper.
Yeah.
So how long since he played at Essendon, do you reckon?
2017.
That's mean. Does he look any different?
No, not really. He looks... We saw him strip. We saw him put his clothes on. He looked pretty good today.
Yeah.
Stay at home, Dad. How hard can it be?
Down the middle, I think, pretty hard.
Hello, love.
Finds McPherson, marking front edge centre square. Plays on quickly. Delivers now. A little bit of run
That's
forward.
better.
That is much better. Getting out the back is young man. And he finds Miller, who's presented nicely in the second half. That's one of their best runs of the day. Straight through the middle. He marks at right forward pocket.
Terrific work there from McCabe. By all rights, he should have just let it the kicker, but he took the front position and forced the lead out to the pocket. And good luck kicking the goal from out there. Look, he may, but it's a tough shot. But he took away the corridor in the leading zone.
Hard on the boundary. Kicks across the face. And through for a behind.
Like a really nasty position to be in there as a defender. You've lost track of your man. He's out the back, but he took away the lead at the kicker up the middle and forced him to the boundary. Great defensive work. Oh, I got my wish here, Dan. He's up. They brought him off.
He looks pretty good though, doesn't he? 1731 to 7951. Let's see if he does a bit of coaching. I think he'll do some coaching for the last couple of minutes. Kick straight down the middle. Should have almost been a mark, I reckon, to Garnell. He elected to keep playing on and got tackled. In fact, the free kick will go against Minari. It's been unlucky, I thought. Play on to Wilson, who was superb in the first half. Drifted out a bit in the second half. Got it down the line again. High kick from Corbett, who's battled manfully all day, and finds Miller. Marking again in that right half-forward line. Half-distance pass.
I'd love to see
short now to Corbett.
I'd love to see Hughes' leads for the times they kick it to him.
Yeah,
he leads 4 times every time before he gets the ball put to his advantage.
And once they get that quality back through the midfield going forward, I think that'll
help them.
Productive for them too.
His work rate's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, very similar to Tui's work rate.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Up and back, up and back.
He's just got better ball use coming in towards him.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the 2 keys, they can be dangerous, can't they? If they've got the quality coming forward.
Where are the finals? Big grounds, small grounds?
Yeah, bigger grounds.
Buninyong's a big ground, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful big grounds, yeah.
Good space for the forwards to lead.
Liamoff and Dunstown, all good big grounds. And I think Gordon's kicking skills will come to the fore too.
Quick kick by Gordon, pushing it forward again as McCabe. And again, they can keep going. Good play, Murphy. Got the hand pass out. There's the siren, just as they were going forward again. And a big win to Gordon. They've won by 80 points on the Carey Civil Contractor scoreboard. 19-17, 131 to 79-51. A plethora of goal-kicking options. Minari kicked 6. Tui kicked 4. Had a pretty good day. And Murphy also had a very good day, kicking 4. 1 goal in each quarter. While for Waubra, just 1 goal in the last term. Matt Miller kicked 2 at a good second half, and Hayden Hughes, as we say, hasn't played much footy, certainly needed the run. Nick Jewell and Tim Winter, what did you think of it?
Looking back at it, you'd say Waubra really served it up to him early, but just the polish and the class of Gordon throughout the game. At critical stages, when a little bit of momentum swung Waubra's way, Gordon were prepared to just work a little bit harder, steady things down, and transition back to take the ascendancy when it was required. And it was the experience of Murphy and Ryan through the middle when it counted. That was the difference, I thought, especially in that third quarter, in a 10 or 15-minute bracket, that they just slowed things down a little bit, used the ball a little bit smarter and showed their experience. And that was the difference all day. I think just those experienced players, wise heads, good decisions when it counted. So.
Wouldn't have seen a lot of Central Highlands footy.
No,
Nick, what do you think?
I thought it was terrific. The first half, and Waubra really tried hard. They were outgunned. It was probably from after the first quarter. It was evident that they were in for a battle. They just had to stop making mistakes that were hurting them on the scoreboard. And Gordon were just too good if you give them too many chances. And you're talking about Murphy, Ryan, Kelly, Minari. Compared to Warbur's got 2 16-year-olds running around. So you couldn't be disappointed in their effort as a coach. I think he came in early pre-game understanding that if they probably got within 6 goals, they'd be happy with their effort. One thing you'd never want to question or hope, especially leading into finals, is your players' effort. And I thought their effort was there today. They were just outclassed, and sometimes you just got to dip your lid and say, they're too good today. We didn't have the cattle out on the ground.
Yep, definitely, yep.
Who do you think was best on ground? And that, of course, is the Whitey's Pet Food Supplies, which is your business, Tim. You don't have a mobile phone, but you've got a phone in the office. No, you don't even have that, do you?
I've got a cash register, mate. That's
cash register. Amazing these business goes as well as it does. You're not willing to join technology, you know, mate? No, certainly not.
Don't tell the tax man too much.
No, who do you think was BAG?
I thought Murphy, when it was... The game was there to be won. That's mean I thought his experience. He's kicked 4 goals. He set up a lot of ball movement through the middle. The overlap of his, I reckon on half a dozen to 10 times through the middle opened up Gordon's forward play. So Minari was really good with his 6. I thought Kenner battled manfully though, because there was a lot of supply and quality supply coming in. So I'd be inclined to say Murphy.
Murphy, fair enough. What about goal of the day? Minari kicked a couple early, didn't he?
He was
pretty good.
He just got on the end of it. He was your traditional opportunist forward that got on the end of some terrific play up the ground, and good forwards put themselves in the right position, which he did more often than not. I really liked you've got to have a finisher, which he was. I really like the work of Tui, The guys who really go to work and give you the grunt contest to allow the ball to spill, get your forwards or smalls to clean it up, or your mids that are on the follow through to hit Minari, who finishes the work. Without that contest from Tui higher up the ground, you don't get the finisher at the end. So they're very, very important to each other.
They certainly are, and obviously our mark of the day was a magnificent contested mark, wasn't there, in the second quarter by Waubra.
Yeah, it was a great highlight. It was a good standard of footy. I really enjoyed the development game as well, or the reserves game.
Yes.
I thought the standard was very good. First time out here, it was very, very good to see.
Well, we thank Club Zone. They're our major sponsor today. You have an opportunity there to make sure you get your fundraising as a football club and get involved electronically onto Club Zone and find out what they've got to offer for you. Thanks to Glenn Carter for making it possible. We all came up today and we've had an outstanding day, and the Gordon Footy Club have looked after us. We thank the Waubra Footy Club. We thank the league as well. Tim, thank you for making us feel so welcome. Great to have you involved and maybe going forward in the finals. Yeah, all the staff have volunteered, so we thank them all for coming up. Well, we think they've volunteered. Who knows? The big fella might get a few bills in the mail during the week. No, he won't.
And you haven't thanked the barman.
No, we're about to get into it. Thank you, Nick, for looking after it. Thanks to everyone. It's been a magnificent day.
Camera operators.
And the camera operators and Reese and Riley for taking photos. Crony's here as well. He was our workplace occupational health and safety, so he's done a great job for us. So thanks to everyone, and we look forward to seeing what the finals brings in the Central Highlands League. Good luck to everyone, and get your GameFace on.
What's volunteering, mate?